Would be badass. Like back in the day, I can't remember what patch they did it, but yeah, there was like no level cap on, or sorry, no person cap in dungeons. I heard like the first couple months of vanilla, people were like 40 manning 5-mans. No joke. Well, that's how they got into Molten Core. There was no Molten Core attunement that zapped you straight there. So your 40-man raid would go into Blackrock Depths and go to the back of BRD to zone into MC. How sick is that? Oh shit, this is good.
Good morning, my name is Candy Pat, and a lot of people would associate me with something a lot of people call the Skyblock Elite. Now this goes for a lot of reasons, arguably the main one, I have a ton of money. As an 11,000 hour playtime, any type of max weapon or max type of gear you would want in this game, and on top of that, I am also max Skyblock XP. To put it short, I have everything maxed. Now when you get to this level in Hypixel Skyblock, the game gets kinda boring. I know everything about this game, whether it is maxing out some type of skill in the most efficient way, whether it's how to level up in Skyblock the fastest, I know it all, but I can't use this information considering I've already done all the gameplay that requires it. So rather than sitting on this information and doing nothing with it, today I'm going to go ahead and use this information to my best. And by that, I'm going to make a brand new profile that will test the time efficiency skills that I have and really proving how elite of a player I am. It's a simple goal. Today I will be restarting Hypixel Skyblock on a brand new profile, but with one caveat. I only have the next 24 hours to make progression on this profile. Now before we do actually get into this, I do want to lay down some ground rules, and that the first simple one is that plainly the next 24 hours in this profile are not going to be continuous. It's fully unreasonable, I have a sleep schedule, and it'll also make the gameplay very sloppy, as I mean come on, hours 17 to 24 on that profile would look like a mess. On top of that, I will also be running this experiment on my main account. We obviously have the YouTube break, and this gives us access to all the MVP++ things, such as a larger wardrobe, access to warp scrolls, stuff like that. It's nothing too game breaking, but if you are trying this at home and trying to replicate this for some reason, just know we have those advantages. The last thing I need to mention before going into this is that I didn't really go into this with some type of game plan. If there are any people that really think that they could do a better job, just let it be known going into this, I had no plan of what I was going to do during the 24 hours. I could have pre-written a script for every hour of this profile, every minute to make sure it was perfect, but I mean quite frankly that was kind of boring, and I feel like letting myself do whatever I want would add a better flavor to the video. The main goal, other than just surviving the 24 hours, is getting my Skyblock level up. The general goal I have set is to aim for around level 100, which seems kind of insane, but I think it is very doable. Quickly before we do actually fully get into the video though, I do want to ask if you're ever checking out in the Hypixel store, please consider using code CANDY for 5% off your order. Whether you're picking up some of the new dyes that just came out, whether you are upgrading your rank, whatever it might be, using our code will help support make videos like these. And I mean, this video alone took at least 24 hours to make, so you know there's some effort going into this stuff. And hey, you should also check if you're subscribed. It would mean a lot to us. More than likely, if you're watching a video like this, you'll enjoy our other videos too. Anyway though, we can get into the video. Oh yeah, and one final thing, I didn't really try to abuse any time-gated stuff on this profile. Whether it was waiting for a specific mayor to enter office, whether it was AFKing overnight for minions or whatever, just because I was taking time in between play sessions didn't mean I was trying to abuse that fact. So I tried to keep that to a minimum to pretty much having none of it. Alright, now we can actually get into the profile. As it would be starting any other Skyblock playthrough, you know for the first hour, we kind of went through the basic stuff. The first hour consisted of course, me farming wheat in the hub. You do this for many reasons. Obviously, in our case, it's mainly going for money. You don't spawn in with coins right away, and the amount of coins you get from farming wheat in the first few minutes will just be more than plenty for us to buy whatever we need early game. Stuff that we need isn't too price heavy. For example, the main things we're buying are wood and gold tools. The wood is just nice to have as you're constantly crafting minions and whatever else, and then the gold tools obviously just to level skills. With the gold tools, I immediately enchanted my shovel with efficiency just so that I get insta-mine sand, as it is a great way to level up your mining. If you warp over to the desert with farming 5 that we have by now, mining sand, it'll only take us a few minutes just to get to mining 12, which will unlock us the dwarven mines in the future. About a fourth of the way through though, I did realize I missed out on a crucial step, and this is kind of where the unscripting goes in this whole thing. I completely forgot I needed to unlock carpentry and also get a bee pet. The bee pet's pretty self-explanatory. It's not the best pet by any means, but it just goes ahead and unlocks taming for us, giving us some extra Skyblock XP. And same goes for Carpentry, you get that passively and get Skyblock XP from it. The thing is, with this new hub, I completely did not know where the new Carpentry NPC was, though I think I spent a minute or two on this profile looking for the Carpenter, then another 2 minutes on my main profile looking around for him, and then had to ask for help to find out where he was. We did eventually find him though, and I gave him the stack wool and unlock Carpentry. After that, I went back to the desert just to finish off mining 12, which also just led to some passive stuff. Obviously, we leveled our taming, we got the max sand collection, we even unlocked a sand minion. All this stuff adds up for Skyblock XP and will be really important in just a few moments. The thing is, we're going for Skyblock level 7. If you are unaware, this number means a lot, as this is when we unlock the Bazaar. You obviously know how good the Bazaar is. You literally can buy every material on there, and that is kind of what we need very early game, so that was the main goal, as we can't really do anything else without it. The new foraging update brought along a ton of easy Skyblock XP for early game, and I kind of made the bold decision to go ahead and do that full questline immediately. It's not like it was hard or anything. All I needed to do was buy a spruce axe so I could get a general axe with sweep on it, and I kind of just walked through the whole park doing dialogue by dialogue, eventually getting to Melody and got the Melody's hair, which was like a good 2.5 Skyblock levels, and also foraging 12, which unlocks the Galatea. The thing about the Galatea is that the first few minutes are just pure dialogue, so it's honestly just a great waste of time, but we eventually needed to go to the Galatea anyway, so it's not really wasting time, but it's just useless time that we have to sit through. We eventually got to the point though that we needed to buy a black hole, which we simply did not have the 100k for, so we'll come back to that in the future. The thing is, with all the stuff that we did on the foraging islands, we got damn near close to Skyblock level 7, and all I needed to do to simply finish it off is kill a tier 1 Revenant Horror. While I was at it though, I also went ahead and unlocked Bestiary and the Grandma Wolf. These two are also just passive things you want to have unlocked, so it's the best for us to do it in the first hour rather than later. So cool, we're Skyblock level 7, we have the Bazaar unlocked. Now normally NPC flips did exist in the past, especially more early game, but now they really don't. I kind of was planning on using this for money, but there wasn't many options, and all I was really able to do was I think slime balls, and that's about it. So I said screw it, I didn't need the money that urgently, and just decided to unlock the Dwarven Mines. As soon as I got there, I decided to do the 2 powder dailies, which you probably already know being the Fetcher and the Puzzler, giving a total of 5,000 Mithril powder, which is just nice for when we do start mining. It won't be now obviously because we don't have the money, but for when that comes around it will be useful. And all of that, we already concluded the first hour. Went by pretty fast, no? The second hour is gonna go by a lot faster though, as we are getting into our first money making method. As cool as it would be to keep doing random progression stuff, we do need to eventually take a break for money, and that's what the next few hours are going to be dedicated to. Whether we want to get into mining, combat, foraging, all of that, we need money to buy pets and gear. So the money making method of choice that is unkillable and has been for years now is doing chumming. Put it simply, if you do not know what chumming is, chum is a thing that you get from killing fishing mobs, and you could buy it on the Bazaar for extremely cheap. Me buying it 2 coins per chum. The chum isn't the most important part. The more important part is glowing mushrooms. There is a place inside of the desert that you could go to that spawns glowing mushrooms, and with these said mushrooms you could go ahead and trade them in for stuff that is pretty valuable. All you need for this money making method is a pair of Moby shears, which I was just able to grind up manually very easily. And with the glowing mushrooms that we are about to harvest, all we're gonna do is go ahead and buy the empty chum buckets, fill them up with the chum that we bought off the Bazaar, and then with the filled chum buckets go ahead and buy stuff from the NPC to sell in the auction house. The main stuff we're going to focus on from the NPC are the Mixin and the Chumming Talisman. Both are around the same value for chum to coins, so I kind of just split them between the two. The goal was to make 6 to 8 million coins, which is roughly an hour of this, though that's kind of what I dedicated my time to. And after the hour, I was able to end up with 6 to 7 million coins worth of product, and needed to start selling them on the age now for the eventual goal of hitting level 12, which, if you are unaware, unlocks the Rift. And that was our goal for hour 3 now. We went ahead and unlocked the redstone collection for the accessory bag. The accessory bag is an easy way to get Skyblock XP, so I went ahead and just started purchasing a random amount of accessories and pets until I realized that didn't really work out because of the budget restraints, but that still added up to around 40 XP. So rather than doing that, I decided to focus on skills, and in specific, foraging. We finally had the money to continue the Galatea questline, so that's what I decided to do, getting me all the way up to foraging forging 16 after a little bit of pig farming. And then after I realized the gear that I got from the Galatea, I went ahead back to the park to go ahead and get some collection unlocks along with some tier 5 minions. This alone got me to my goal of Skyblock level 12, which was pretty convenient. Now, as I said, once we hit Skyblock level 12, the goal we were aiming for is to go into the Rift, and that is exactly what we're gonna do. You do get a few free Rift entries before you go in, so before that, I went ahead and spent all of my money with buy orders for Grand XP bottles. There's still stuff selling on the auction, so I couldn't put all my money in yet, but I was able to buy what I could afford, and it would work for now. Now, the thing is, I know how boring the Rift is content-wise, and I'm not gonna bore you going ahead and talking about every little thing I did in the Rift, because you've probably done it more than once yourself too. But to give you a little recap, 3.5 hours in, I was able to get my first time charm and the Rift necklace. During hour 4, I was able to do Happy Dancer on my first try, might I add, and then also getting the second time charm and the third time charm along the way. At the beginning of hour 5, I kind of realized that I'm a normal profile and I could upgrade my aspect of the leech for 100k, and didn't do that for the past 2 hours of Rift, so that was pretty fun. Around 5.5 hours in, I got my 4th time charm, and then in the 6th hour, I was able to get the living time charm, meaning that we could start doing our money making method. If it wasn't obvious, we're not going into the Rift for fun, we are going in it for a money making method, and there's one that has held steady for the past couple years that I'm surprised I'm still able to use nowadays. If you are unaware what living metal stakes are, you are living under a rock. This is the easiest way for a new profile to make up to 40 million coins an hour, and that is what we decided to do. At around 6.5 hours playtime, we were finally ready to get into the money making method, which simply consisted of me killing stakes for the next 2 hours. Granted, this is not the most fun thing, and neither is it for content, but it needed to happen. There isn't a money making method in the game that makes this much money at only 6 hours into a profile. You could argue stuff like flipping or whatever could technically be better, but this is the best thing that also kind of rewards me, as first of all, I'm playing the game, I'm not waiting for some flip to sell, but technically, I'm also getting mining XP from it. It's not a lot, but it adds up. Anyway though, I'm gonna go ahead and skip over to the 9th hour, as believe it or not, that is when I stopped doing stake mining. I did it for roughly 2.5 hours and was more than happy with the amount of money I made.
You're not just moving, you're moving in the right direction.
How am I gonna play soccer in Connecticut?
So I decided to exit the Rift and start selling off everything. After claiming all of my stuff, I ended up with 94 million coins to my name, which was more than I actually thought I would get, but it's not like I'm able to hold on to this first forever. There is a lot of stuff I need to invest into right away. The first thing I immediately bought is movement. Nothing crazy, I just bought myself the cheapest aspect of the end and also a grappling hook. Might I add, the grappling hook might be the most fun weapon in the game. It is incredible for movement, I just wish that the ATV wasn't that overpowered. On top of that, I also went ahead and bought a booster cookie and a god pot separately. The thing is that the god pot would not last me throughout the rest of the challenge, so before drinking it, I went ahead and decided to brew up 2 sugarcane worth of alchemy XP potions, getting me to alchemy 16 and making my god pot last around 15 hours, in other words the rest of the challenge. Moving on, it is time to start enchanting. There wasn't a really good deal on a guardian, so I just bought the cheapest level 1 guardian there was in the auction house. If you're unaware, the guardian pet gives you extra enchanting wisdom, and that is very useful for what we're about to do. I needed to make an enchantment table on my island so I could enchant my weapons and stuff, and also so I could get to enchanting 10 so I could use the experiment table. So I just decided to enchant my AFTE enough to where I could get to the enchantment 10 and then did my experiments. You have 3 free experiments if it's your first time doing experiments, and with that I was able to get up to enchanting 19 and taming 17, which was a huge jump in not only skill average, but I mean yeah, pretty much only skill average, can I be honest? I don't know where I was going with that. Still in the 9th hour, I decided it was time to move on to Dwarven dailies. The dailies in the Dwarven Mines reward you with extra Heart of the Mountain XP, and that is nice simply because we need to level up our Heart of the Mountain. We definitely are not able to unlock the Crystal Hollows, but this just gives us better mining stats, more Skyblock XP, and also if we do 5 total commissions, we're able to get 100,000 mining XP, which will do wonders for the skill average. And that is what I did. And also while doing one of the commissions, which tells you to go ahead and kill 50 Glaciate Walkers, I used that as my excuse to get Combat 12, as there was not really a better time for me to just randomly get this out of the way. If you're unaware, we got Combat 12 to eventually enter the end. While I was finishing up, there's also a Mithril Gore Mound event, and because I heard that was pretty good, I decided to pre-jack the next set of commissions and do the event, which seemed pretty useful as I got 27,000 Mithril Powder from it, and in general, I also hit Heart of the Mountain 2 and a mining 18, meaning that in 9.7 hours of playtime, I was done with my dailies. And if you're wondering why the whole time you've not been watching mining footage, it is simply because I forgot to record all of that, my OBS was paused, so there's technically no proof of me doing this. Just take my word on that, okay? Moving into hour 10 though, I decided it is time to get into foraging. We have 14 hours left and I didn't have a direct plan, but I did know that early game foraging is very fun. You progress super quickly gear and skill wise, so that was my goal. Originally, I bought a rare monkey for like 100k or something and kind of realized this was extremely stupid as I wanted the foraging XP, not the foraging fortune, so I kind of wasted money on that and instead bought an epic ocelot. I also upgraded my axe finally to the fixed zone splitter because I was going to do a good amount of foraging. The 1 million coin investment was something I was more than happy to do. Similar to the Dwarven Mines, the foraging island also has dailies, and my plan was just to simply do the 3 dailies in the foraging island, and it went pretty well. I already had a common from earlier on, so I needed to do 2 more contests and got a rare and epic contest pretty easy. That was around half an hour of foraging, which just meant that I got insane leveling all around from that. I got my foraging up to level 21, my taming all the way up to 20, and even though I'm progressing extremely quickly, there is a little bit of a roadblock when you compare it to every other skill I get to touch, so I'm gonna explore it a little more later on. As a little time check, we are 10.2 hours into the profile, meaning we have just a little more than halfway left. I decided to do a few miscellaneous things, starting off with the End Island race, not only for the Pigfoot, but also because of the fish. There is a NPC on the Galatea that will accept fish in for Skyblock XP and also fishing XP. So with the Nope the fish that I got from the End Island race, and also the Tree the fish that I actually got from chopping down trees, and a Berry the fish that I bought on the auction house for 15k, I was able to get 30,000 fishing XP and 9 Skyblock XP. It's small, but at the same time, I might as well do it. It takes no time. After that, I decided to finish up on the other 2 races, being the Foraging Island race and the Dungeon Hub races, just to get the Wolf Paw and the Cheetah Talisman. The issue is though, with how many accessories we've been getting, I was holding on to 10 accessories outside of the accessory bag because I had max space. So my next goal needed to be unlocking minions and collections to get more slots. Before doing any serious unlocking, I started off with 8 minion slots, and the goal was to do this as cheap as possible. I only had 78 million coins, meaning I couldn't just spend this wherever I wanted to. I kind of needed to stick to only getting tier 5 to tier 6 minions on most, if not even lower. On my journey of leveling up minions, I did actually stumble into a few side quests. To start off, I decided to do the whole garden dialogue. There's no reason not to, and it kind of overlapped with what I was doing. Honestly, it didn't. I don't know why I said this in the script, but I went ahead and did it anyway. I needed to do it eventually. We are gonna touch the garden later on. Continue on the side quest, I went ahead and killed a brood mother for yet another talisman. I was able to talk to the archaeologist for another talisman, and that's it for the side quests. We ended up with 16 minion slots, and that is plenty for what we need just for simple redstone collection leveling. A little FYI, if you do not know, the redstone collection is the main way early on that you're able to level up your accessory bag. It's not like we need multiple pages, we just need less than a full page for what we need for this profile, so this was going to be more than enough. I only got these minions to tier 4, and I just put the basic compactors, great storages, and enchanted charcoal for the time being. I'm not going to play this profile enough for anything that can be really useful, and we were able to complete all of that at 11 hours in. With all those worries out of the way, I decided to get into the combat portion of this profile. We got to combat 12 earlier, and this is so we could unlock the end, and that is what we're going to be doing. We went ahead and started off by doing the End Island quest, so we could go ahead and unlock the Void Sword. We obviously needed to enchant and reforge this thing, which gave me a good excuse to go ahead and talk to the blacksmith for the first time, and also Maxwell. With all the accessories that I'm planning to get and already have, I've not been using them for the extra stats, so it was a good time to knock that out. Anyway, I fully enchanted the sword, nothing crazy, just all the tier 5 enchants, and now it officially led to me starting the combat grind. I also got a full set of ender armor and enchanted it, but that didn't really
Hey, how you doing?
The goal is, when it comes to combat, is hitting combat level 22, as this unlocks us the next island, being the Crimson Isle. I wasn't too sure on how I was going to hit this combat level, so I was thinking of doing a mix of Enderman and Slayer to get there, but this is when I decided to take a break, and the next time I started this recording was a brand new day, meaning that now we've jump cut to me going ahead and collecting minions. I want to preface this that throughout this whole profile, I haven't been abusing the fact that I've been playing this throughout multiple days. I wasn't trying to abuse that fact, but I mean, this is just redstone collection, okay, man? Anyway, though, with all the minions claimed, I was able to hit redstone collection level 9 and had more than enough room to put all my accessories in, as well as getting me to 108 magical power, which is honestly more than I thought it would be. There's about a half an hour of Enderman grinding that I didn't really talk about because it was so incredibly boring, so rather rather than talking about that, I decided to go ahead and bring us to the point that I did a tier 2 Slayer, specifically a Rev Slayer, and I kind of realized before continuing inside of my Revenant Horde journey that I would go ahead and get better gear. There was gear that was relatively available to me, just being simple dragon gear, but there was a combat requirement that was locked behind it, being combat 18, but it wasn't really hard to hit. I did Enderman for another half an hour, and at just under the 12-hour mark, I was able to get there. I bought a simple set of strong dragon armor and an aspect of the dragons, and then spent the last bit before the 12th hour just enchanting and reforging all of it. This should be more than enough to get into Slayers, and will be the max gear I will see on this profile. With all of that, we are now halfway into this profile. Half of my time has been consumed, but arguably a lot of it has been just setting up the profile, doing money making methods and whatever else, so it's time to lock in. Now that we have our gear, it's time to properly get into Slayers, and the main goal was to get into level 3 of every Slayer, just so we could get the Maddox Bat Fund. The thing is, our gear cleared every Slayer enough so that I could get to level 3, and along the way, I was able to unlock the upgrade for the Spider Ring, as well as craft the Red Claw Talisman. Some extra MP, always appreciated. Now that I had the Maddox Bat Fund, I decided it was time to get into Rev Slayer a little more seriously, so I went ahead and bought the first Rev Sword. If you aren't aware what the sword is, like every other Slayer, they have tier 1, tier 2 to 3 weapons, and same goes for Rev Slayer, and I was able to buy the tier 1 weapon pretty reasonably, only costing 1,000,000 coins. The thing is, I kind of realized that it was dog shit. Comparing it to my aspect of the dragons, it did not do as much damage, so I decided to put it away and decided to just lock in on doing revs with my AOTD. I figured out that tier 3s actually did make a lot of combat XP, similar to what you would get from doing E-Man, and one made me want to quit the game and the other one didn't, so honestly I decided to stick with Rev Slayer. I did revs to around level 5 and then realized that once I unlocked level 6, I was able to get the Rev Falchion, which not only was confirmed to do more damage than my AOTD would, but also gave me 45 combat wisdom. Even though I needed a lot more combat XP, I decided to knock out the 30 or so tier 4 revs that I needed to unlock the next Rev Slayer level. I didn't really have trouble killing them, it just took a lot of hits considering I didn't do that much damage, but anyway, that is what I did. It did take a while, but I eventually did hit combat 20, which only 2 combat levels away from our goal, and also Revenant 36. I needed to spend the 2.5 million coins to buy the revived tart, but then I was able to make the Revenant Falchion, and believe it or not, it was more damage. Tier 1 zombie slayer weapon. Why the hell does that exist? Before continuing in my rev journey, I decided that considering I probably wasn't gonna revisit slayers, I was gonna go ahead and look at the other slayers just to get the most Scalbuck XP I can out of them. We're starting off with Spider Slayer. Tier 3 kinda went okay. I did the first boss without a bow and kinda had to wait for the egg sacs to disappear on their own, but I was eventually able to kill it. I then bought a bow and did a tier 4, but then realized I did so little damage that a tier 4 was physically impossible, so I only just stuck to getting Spider level 3 and moved on with my life. Which did go a lot better though. Tier 3 was easy and tier 4 was kind of hard but doable. I was able to kill 3 tier 4s and within a matter of few minutes I was able to get up to wolf level 4. This is good Scalbuck XP all around. These 2 slayers alone in the past 20 minutes got me 2 full Skyblock levels, so it was more than worth it. But past the sidetrack, it is finally time for us to lock in combat 22. We're gonna stick to revs, specifically doing tier 3, not with the goal of getting to rev 7 on this profile, but with just the goal of getting combat, because God forbid am I ever killing another Enderman. And yeah, as a little time check, we are 13.5 hours in, meaning we are just shy of 8 hours being left on this profile. Just under the 15-hour mark, I was able to hit combat 22. Doing revs with that, I was able to actually drop an epic goal along the way, also giving me 12 Skyblock XP just by putting in my pet menu. And now with that goal accomplished, with combat 22, we now have the requirement to enter the Crimson Isle, and that's what I did. I started to do the quest line as you would going into the Crimson Isle, and I got far enough into it and kind of realized the fact that I'm not making any progression by doing this, and that the main reason I came here is not because I'm doing Kujo or anything, mainly because of the dojo. The dojo is great for Skyblock XP and also great for combat XP, and quite frankly, I bossed up in the dojo and got the black belt without even touching tenacity. Might I add, putting up some impressive scores along the way. Like, look at this control score, I mean, come on. After claiming all the rewards, it shot me up in Skyblock level and also gave me a free combat level along with it. If you don't have the dojo done yourself, this is a sign to do it, as only 15.5 hours into a profile, I was able to complete it. It's around this time that I started to enter the garden. I barely touched farming, and it was time to start leveling that skill. I only had 1 unlocked plot, and decided to unlock 4 more, as they were pretty cheap. I bought a garden site, and I was about to clear all the plots, but quickly before I was about to do that, I was told of an item called the Plot Racer. Not sure when they added this in, but hey, it saved me 20 minutes and only costed me 80k, so that was fun. The thing is, with early game garden, there is not much to talk about. The whole idea of it is you just farm a plot of crops, move on to the next one, claim visitors, and that's it. I'm mainly here just to level up crop milestones, so I'm bouncing around from each different crop. And Garden, at least in the early game, isn't too pay to win, as you can no longer buy the farming tools, so you need to grind a lot of copper. And on top of that, all the gear is also farm XP locked, so there's not much I could do other than buy an advanced gardening tool, and that was it. We are now in the 16th hour, which I bought a bunch of pest equipment. Cost me around 8 million coins, but I was planning to sell it back anyway, so I didn't have a problem with this, and it helped speed up the progression just a little bit more. On top of that, I also now got my farming talisman. You know, the talisman that cost 5 wheat and 4 seeds to make. That was pretty cool. And like I said, the time on the garden goes by pretty quickly, but with not much progression to show for it. And at around the 17.5-hour mark, I got the garden level 9 and decided to take a break from farming. I went all the way up to farming 24 and had ton of milestones to show for it, so I was more than happy with the progression. To finish off the 17th hour, I decided to revisit foraging for a little, but not in the Galatea necessarily. Collections are a great thing when it comes around to Skyblock XP, and so are minions, and there's no better way to do both at the same time than to max out my foraging collections, because my gear was already good enough to one-tap the trees in the park, and really I had no excuse not to, as I knew it wouldn't take that long, and it gave me a lot of XP, which was the goal. And hey, guess what? In under an hour, I was able to knock out all the rest of the foraging collections, obviously not the ones on the Galatea, and also do a good amount of minion upgrades. Moving into hour 18 though, I decided to do a few more things, those being the campfire and the Romero quest on the Park Island for both the uncommon talismans, which pretty much concludes me ever visiting the park again on this profile. And for some reason, I don't know why I did this, but I decided to go to the fishing island. I don't know why I did this. I was already fishing 15 from the previous stuff that we did, and it's not like I would reasonably be able to buy a good fishing setup and make money or level my fishing up that much, so I kind of just wasted time doing this. The next big thing that when it came around to Skyblock XP that I thought about doing was Fairy Souls. Everyone knows Fairy Souls, and now they give Skyblock XP at a more reasonable rate, i.e. for every 5 Fairy Souls you get 10 Skyblock XP, and there wasn't much that I could really do that would outclass that. It took me a bit, specifically 19.5 hours into the profile, but I was done with Fairy Souls then. But before I'm done with Fairy Souls, let me quickly slide in this clip. This is just hilarious. So I did not plan on talking at all during this recording, but I just wanted to point out how horrible the Sky Handy waypoints when it comes around to Fairy Souls. What is even happening here? Not to mention the amount of different times that the waypoints have just like led me down the wrong path. But like, I can't find the last Fairy Soul, and it's pointing me to something that doesn't exist. Like, okay, oh wait, it's over here. Why doesn't it? What is a Fairy Soul? There's no way to actually get to this. You have to break it. And, okay, what the fuck am I dealing? Okay, whatever. But yeah, like I was saying, we are now done with Fairy Souls, and I kind of realized that now I should be also focusing on my mining collections. Just how I did with foraging, maxing out my mining collections and also leveling up my minions is a great way for Skyblock XP, so that was the goal. I bought a full set of mineral armor as I knew it would help a ton in mining ores, and I immediately got to work maxing out my cobble collection, but then immediately kind of realized that my gear was still not good enough. I mean, I was using a mithril pickaxe, and I thought it would be perfectly fine, but it wasn't. So what I went ahead and did is bought the first tier of mithril drill. It wasn't that much better, but hey, I had the money to, and there's no reason not to. And with that drill, I decided to do commissions for a little bit, and made my goal getting Heart of the Mountain 3, specifically for Efficient Miner and the Pick Obelisk. Now, mining did take a little time, I'm not gonna lie. We got into the 20th hour. During this, I was actually able to get the tier 1 rock pet, which was just more Skyblock XP. And then not too long after, I hit Heart of the Mountain 3, giving me the Pick Obelisk perk and Efficient Miner perk that I wanted. I was also able to upgrade the Efficient Miner perk a good amount, considering right before this happened, I did a raffle event that gave me 70,000 mithril powder, so that came in clutch. I was only 2 commissions off of the next commission milestone, and considering that milestone gave me 200,000 mining XP and 30 Skyblock XP, I went ahead and did that. It didn't take too long, and after that, I immediately set my eyes on continuing the collections. Now again, the collections are going to be pretty boring to go through, but some of the more important things, I was able to get the Emerald Ring doing the Emerald collection. I unlocked the Enchanted Diamond Block recipe, which was really useful. One of the things that I wanted to do on this profile was Carpentry. As you might know, Carpentry now gives Skyblock XP. This came out like 2 years ago, by the way. This isn't like a new information, but this isn't something that I started really doing much, as the XP I got along the way from crafting minions and whatever else didn't give that much, and I knew that there were ways to kind of pay to win the skill, and one of those main ways included Enchanted Diamond Blocks. Crafting a single Enchanted Diamond Block gives you 7,000 Carpentry XP, and considering you could buy order the materials on the bazaar, craft the diamond blocks, and sell them to the NPC for either break even or even sometimes a profit, it was a no-brainer. I'm not gonna update you guys on this till the end of the video, but it worked out pretty well. In hour 21, I'm not gonna lie, I just did more collections and minions. Some notable things in the hour, I was able to get a Night Crystal around 21.2 hours in, just another free accessory, and that was about it. 21.5 hours in, I don't know why I thought that would be more. I literally have the script right in front of me. Nothing
If you only do one thing to kick off 2026, let it be this. Become a Fora advisor. When I moved to Italy,
All right, we're in. All right, boys, we are in. We're playing solo on wipe day, and we just found a horse on Spawn Beach. Let's go. It's a Dapple Gray, though. That is the slowest horse in the game, pretty much. It's still awesome. Let me just start looting all these crates. But I'm so happy to be back. I've been on a 1-week vacation. I haven't been playing Rust for a whole week, so I might be a little bit rusty here, boys, in the beginning. I'm sure that we're gonna get back into the swing of things pretty quickly. But we're playing solo on wipe day. We've got no BPs, completely fresh. High pop server. Today is going to be a movie. Now, we have a pretty special plan for today. We're going to be doing a special sort of challenge. So you guys might have seen this, other YouTubers doing this. But basically, we have a checklist of things that we have to do. First, we have to make a berry farm. Now, we're not going to make a huge berry farm. It's just going to be pretty basic. I want to get some healing health teas. We're going to just do that probably in the outer ring of the base I'm making. And then also, we got to online raid a base. I don't think that's going to be too hard. We pretty much always online raid every wipe. We got to get a raid defense. Now, that might be a bit tricky. I'm not going to lie. Getting a raid defense could be tricky, but we're just going to have to, like, bait people into raiding us. We're going to have to do Bradley. We're going to have to do Patrol Heli. We got to loot a lock crate. We got to do one of the oil rigs, either rig or, large or small. Either one is fine. We got to do cargo. We got to run excavator. We need to acquire an M249. We need to make a friend in game, like an alliance. And we need to buy an attack heli. So that is what we have to do. Pretty ambitious, I gotta say. But I'm optimistic. I think we can pull it off. Let's go, man. I'm so hyped to be back, boys. I'm actually so glad to be back. I haven't looked at the map before loading in. Don't know where I'm building yet. Probably in the desert somewhere. I'm gonna be trying to play maybe 3 days on here. I want to play longer. A lot of people have been asking for that. I see a guy up there. If I get some stone now, I can kill that guy.
Sure could use your help, kid.
I was about to say, bro, if I whiffed that... Oh, he had a green card. Yo, green card is actually huge. All right, we need a fuse. I'm just going to loot this road on my way to supermarket. I think that's going to be the move here. So also, one thing that they literally just added while I was away are these horse masks and also a skin for road sign horse armor. Alright, we gotta loot everything. Oh, it's already been looted.
Got the best deals anywhere.
Oh shit. Thank you, buddy. Alright, now we just gotta get tier 1 to get nail gun and shield. You guys know the drill. It would be nice if we could find a faster horse. Dapple Gray is not the fastest. Alright, let's go. You know what I might do? I might keep roaming until I get to ranch where I can buy horse armor, horseshoes. Reinforced wooden shield. Alright, we're making 2 nail guns. We are crafting reinforced wooden shield. Horseshoes. No horse armor yet, though. Oh, there's large barn. I didn't even see that there was large barn on this map. It's kind of a goated map, no? Launch, excavator, large barn, kind of close to each other. And bandit camp. Dude. Okay, we're definitely building somewhere around here. I think I might go to barn and start war quest already. I'm gonna throw away the bow. I'm not gonna be using that. The hell, dude? That guy's a beamer. Just headshot me. Oh my god, I'm 8 HP. I need to heal, bro. Oh my god. Picking this back up. Can we find the other guy I killed? Nice. Alright. Let's go barn. How much craft do we have? Oh, okay, we can get horse armor. quest started. Horse armor bought. Alright. I might be able to build, actually. Do we have fuse? We do have fuse and green card. Could pop by to mining outpost recycle. Horse guy.
I'm out of range.
It's a 4 bread. Ooh. I'm taking that. That's actually big. And we're gonna recycle. So we've got no BPs. So I'm gonna be recycling pretty much everything here. See guy. The fucking horse mask, bro. Oh, he's kind of loaded. You know what I'm gonna do as well? I'm gonna skin the horse armor. There we go. We got the new lunar horse armor skin on the horse. Let's go, bro. That's kind of sick. I'm gonna go back to barn and buy. Oh, there's a guy here. Does this guy really want the smoke? As you guys might be able to tell, I'm a little bit rusty, okay? I haven't played Rust for a while. Oh shit! So many horse guys. Dude, they're loaded. I'm actually gonna use the med on the horse. Dude, this guy's also loaded. Go away. Alright, we're leaving. We're pretty loaded right now, to say the least. I want to go buy high quality horses. There we go. Big, bro. Alright, there's a water well here, actually. Let me check that out. And then we definitely building a base, okay? You guys are probably screaming at me to build a base right now. Oh, someone's killed the guy. No. Alright, we're gonna go find somewhere to build, bro. Let's go. Dude, I could do it somewhere here. I'm not gonna lie. I could do it somewhere here. I gotta find somewhere flat, though. Yeah, this could be nice. This could actually be really nice. Like right here. Bandit camp's right here. And maybe I don't want to be too close to bandit camp. It might lag my FPS. By the water next to excavator? Yo. Yeah, this is gonna be a goat location, bro. Look at this. The water here next to excavator. This is gonna be sick. This kind of reminds me of the last base, last base location in our last video.
The April 15th tax deadline is coming fast. You can skip the line, and a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you.
All right, we have a base. Got a furnace going already. All right, I'm gonna tech tree, barricade. Might as well. Gonna bring green card. All right, let's go. We are gaming. Really good start so far. Really good start. Now, let's go ferry and sewer branch. We got green card fuse. Wait, nobody's done this, I think. I don't think anyone's done sewer branch yet. That's unlooted. Alright, we got our first BP fragment. 1 out of 5. Alright, where do we go next? I think we go ferry. We can go Satfish. Isn't really anywhere on the right side of the map for loot card. Alright, let's go ferry terminal. Our second BP fragment. Alright, now I think we maybe just roam quickly back to base. Depot this. I see guys. At least 2. Or they're dead. Ooh, got a loaded. Alright, let's go depot. Horse armor. Yo, it's a horse dude, bro. I'm not using the shield right now, though. Little does he know who he's fighting right now, bro. Little does he know who he's fighting. That's fine. We don't have to fight that guy right now. $330 scrap. Pretty big. We got 2 BP fragments. Gonna upgrade this so we can't be molly rated. Alright, let's go.
Hey there, just passing through.
Bro got fucking shanked. I love how he spends time to like loot his buddy instead of like trying to kill me. Of course. What is bro doing? These guys don't really have much. Alright, where do we go? We go Rat Town. Down here. Horse guy. Oh shit, more people coming. Food. I need this food. Oh my god. That is pretty big. Alright, let's go loot this guy. It's kind of funny how I just crashed into that guy and he fell on the ground. Oh, he's loaded. He's loaded. See another guy.
What can I do?
Thank you, kind sir. Alright, nice. We might go check out the water well. I look, you don't think we want to buy anything here, though. I don't think we need anything there. Not even the DB, honestly. When did the server wipe? 35 minutes ago. Alright, might be time to run home. Dude, we have so much wood and stone and shit, bro. We could upgrade base. Let's go home. Got quite a lot on us. Did I just hear? Was that a custom I just heard? Oh, there. I think he's out of ammo. I have to fight this because I dropped my backpack there. Oh my god. Just gotta go pick up my backpack. DP fragment. I know I can stack TCs, but don't really want to have to do that right now. Alright, let's go home. Dude, holy shit. We're fucking loaded. Bro, I think we're the most loaded on the server right now. We've got to be. We've got 750 scrap on. Oh shit. Oh my god. Alright. Well, safe to say we are insanely loaded right now. Insanely fucking loaded. Jesus, I don't know if we have enough space for this at base.
I just built a budgeting app for Space 44.
Nina just built an app. so we can all build apps now?
We gotta get an airlock. Gotta get food for the horse as well. Start cooking some.
What do you need?
Amazing. 1.5k scrap. Alright, I'm gonna tech tree down all the way to pistol ammo, Revo, satchel, might as well. I'll get all of these BPs, I'm gonna need them anyways. Like, we have so much scrap, might as well just get all of it all at once. And then I'm gonna craft a Revo and ammo. I wanna make a vending machine already. Start selling stuff really early. Here we go. Walk up for drone. There we go. Pretty good start so far, boys. Pretty good start so far. You ever seen anybody repair fucking nail guns? Bet not. Alright. Let's see. Let me bring green card. We're gonna bring blue card. We're gonna bring some fuses. We need 2 more BP fragments. Besides that, we're kind of chilling. So far, I don't think we've done anything on our checklist. Yeah, we haven't completed anything on our checklist yet, but we're gonna get there. Alright, we're ready. It's still kind of pitch dark, but I think it's gonna be morning pretty soon here. Try to do it for my quest. Alright, this drop's coming down here. We should go check it out. If we get this, we get tier 2. We need 2 more BP fragments, so... Imagine we get Glock right now, bro. Of course. Bro's dead. Glock! He's got horse armor. I'm not even gonna loot the rest of that. Bro, we got Glock and we got the BP fragments that we need. Alright, we go back to base, get tier 2. Glock is actually insane that we get that. On the first supply drop we loot, we get a Glock. And how many horse guys, dude? That was... Oh, player there. We've ran into so many horse guys, bro. Is this just like the state of Rust now that I've started making these videos, bro? Everybody's just doing horse and shield strat? Loaded. This guy here. I'm gonna keep that planter, bro. So we are gonna make a berry farm. Just gonna take that shack, place it for my horse. Tier 2 on the way. What does bro think he's doing? Alright, we are properly gaming now. Honestly, I think like the first thing we could check off on our checklist is doing excavator. Maybe see if we can get some more diesel though. When did the server wipe? 1 hour. Oh. Yo, what the fuck? Double saddle horse. Dude, I'm just telling you guys, dude, there's so many fucking horse people nowadays. What have I started? So quite a lot. Yeah, this guy's cooked. Dude. Thank you for the horse armor, horseshoes. His username is, what's his username? It's just a game, why be mad? There can only be one horseman. Bro, what have I started, bro? Everybody's doing horse strats. Let's go home. Got a depot. Extra pair of horse armor is always good to have. Wait, right. I gotta make a metal shield. I can tech tree that. Make some roseline gloves as well. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna go barn and get my scrap from Borquest and then start treasure. Treasure, it's pretty far away actually. You bled out. Large backpack. I'll take it. Alright, you know what I think we're gonna already start doing? We need to get berry seeds. We're gonna need red and yellow berries. So probably going to like a forest or something, trying to collect those. Don't need that many. And I don't think we need to get god clones, because these berries are for personal use. We're not gonna be selling teas or anything like that. Alright, let's see if we get something good from this treasure. Okay, that is actually a very bad treasure, but so be it. You know, I might go buy tack gloves already. For using tack gloves. I could buy smokes as well. Yeah, smokes could be a good move here for doing lock rate and whatnot. Nice, we got tack gloves.
Join Planet Fitness for 1 cent down, $15 a month. No commitment. Deal ends Friday, April 10th.
Welcome to Wix Harmony. Take the speed of AI and pixel level control.
Just gonna tech tree down to some items. So we can get a hollow and extended. I think I'm gonna make a P2 for secondary. Let's go. Bro, is that if for effort? So many shield players, huh? That shield ain't good enough though. Oh. Thank you, buddy. Y'all wanna go Rat Town? Need to get a diesel. What is that guy doing? Another green card.
I'm out of range.
Oh my god, I'm 1 HP. Oh, there's another one. Oh my god, bro, that was so fucking close. What? There's so many people there. Just got a large backpack. I'm gonna go back over there. Oh my god, what? Alright, we gotta go home, dude. We're fucking loaded. I think it might be time to do excavator. That would be the first item on our checklist. Yo! Alright, we gotta go home.
Нахуй ты на своей лошади скачешь со своим ебаным пистолетом, блядь.
Anybody want to translate?
Твоя мать шлюха, работает проституткой, чтобы ты играл в разные пидас ебаный. Твоя...
I wonder what he was saying. I'm sure it's very nice things. Alright, it is time for Excavator. Repair the Glock. It's gonna tech tree night vision. I think it's about to be nighttime. Crafting that. And I think we're ready. Let's go do Excavator. Alright, let's go activate it. We are now 1 hour and 40 minutes into WIPE. Alright, I'm gonna go depot real quick. Depot. But we can tick off Excavator on our checklist. It's definitely not going to be like the only time we do Excavator. We're going to do Excavator more. But it's good that we tick that off the checklist. We got a lot more to go. Battery and shit. I'll take that. I think I'm gonna set up a outer turret when I get back to base. I need a tech tree down to outer turret though. I might just quickly run depot this as well. Oh, Excavator just starts. Alright, not a crazy amount of frags. But we only ran it for free diesel. Still a decent start. Can upgrade base a little bit. Got a battery. Making some garage doors.
Can you be a travel advisor without quitting your 9 to 5? Actually, yes. We're Fora, the modern travel agency, and we are empowering.
Alright, I think I'm gonna roll towards like the green, try to get some berries. Could be over here.
I'm out of range.
What the hell? Dude, they're using shields. Yeah, all these guys got shields, man. What have I started? Dude, everybody's using shield. Night vision. Bro, literally everybody and their mother is using a shield. Oh my god, they're loaded. They're loaded. I think we have enough scrap to tech tree turret now. Holy moly. So loaded on comps. He must have brought like their entire comp box over here. Gonna tech tree all the way down to outer turret. Outer turret. Might as well get all of this. Alright, let me do this. Just to watch the horse. Splatter up. Yeah. This is the guy that got all the loot, bro. Alright, let's leave. This is the guy that got the splatter up. Holy shit. Jackhammer. I'm gonna set up the shop, start selling some stuff. Gonna sell these cards, sell some hazmats, sell these guns. Alright. Nice. Selling some stuff.
I need to get closer. Isn't ready yet. It's too far away. Need more rage. I'm out of range. Not enough range.
I wrote a database script for World of Warcraft that randomizes the entire world. Zones get shuffled into different level brackets. Dungeon difficulty matches the difficulty of the zone. Hardcore rules, 1 life. Race and class, rolled online. We have lost 8 characters so far, and we have 1 life left before a full world reset. Hey, it's Uncle Timpus here. Last episode we mapped almost all of Kalimdor, swam into Orgrimmar at level 4. We ended with the Troll Warrior at level 27. A few blue items in the bag and 1 life standing between us and a full world reset. This episode we finish the Warrior questline. We go after Cyclonian and we're going to get the Whirlwind Axe. Let's see how that went. We left off at Grobashi Arena. The chest opening loop I mentioned last episode, every 3 hours, uncontested, nobody else on the server. I've been running it. The bracers I need go to the bank, the rest get disenchanted. They turn into large radiant shards. In a world where I'm the only person farming rares with a short respawn timer, they're actually stackable. And then, there's this. The Grandmaster Arena Trinket. Activating it gives a shield that's more than double my hit points for 20 seconds, but it does have a 30-minute cooldown. I bet it's going to save my life more than once. And now, the comments. The comments for episode 2 were pretty consistent. If I'm playing solo, why limit the amount of professions I can learn? So, I removed the cap, and the whole day after that went to leveling. That's the honest summary. Here's what actually came out of it. Target dummy from engineering. If I pull too many enemies, I can drop one to redirect aggro. Not huge, but useful. Flying tiger goggles from engineering. This is the first head slot item that we got. And lastly, sharpening stones from smithing. They provide a flat damage increase to our weapon, which is not huge, but every little bit helps. Next up, enchanting and engineering. I got both of these professions to expert, and now the cap is 225. I tried to do the same with alchemy, but here's the problem. The artisan alchemy trainer that I need is in Undercity, which is currently bracket 6. Enemies around level 50. I'm not going there for a profession upgrade. Alternative? Rogwar, a horde master alchemist trainer in the Swamp of Sorrows. So I take the boat from Ratchet to Booty Bay, walk north through Stranglethorn, and then I head east. Duskwood? Bracket 3. Manageable. Deadwind Pass. Bracket 5. Kinda scary. But the enemies are far from the road, so they don't notice me. Then I come over a ridge into Swamp of Sorrows, and it's immediately obvious. Bracket 7. No alchemy trainer today. This matters more than just the profession. I was hoping to have nature protection potions for the fight with Cyclonian. The boss uses nature damage. The potions would have limited the amount of damage I take significantly, but it looks like I'm going to have to go without them. Blacksmithing has been climbing though, and it's finally producing some results. Green iron leggings, shoulders, helm, and our character stat sheet is looking much better now. And now that we're level 30, we can start the level 30 warrior questline. There's an island just near the town of Ratchet. Normally, you have to fight a gauntlet of NPCs, wave after wave, as the spectators are cheering on. But in our case, they were replaced with enemies. Thankfully, the zone is bracket 2, and they don't hinder our quest progress. We take out all of the transformed spectators, and all of the enemies of the waves themselves, including the boss, Big Will. And the reward is Berserker Stance and Intercept. We finally have all of the warrior stances. But before returning to town, I think it's time we got all of the smoky iron ingots for the level 20 questline. So I go and do that. We dinged level 31 in the process, and then we had to track down the Hillsbrand miner NPCs, who drop powdered azurite. I found a rare spawn nearby as well, and got our first amulet out of it. Now the only missing piece for our quest is the Vial of Phlogiston. It's dropped by a dungeon boss called Rugug. That means we're going to tackle our first dungeon. Quick note before the runs, because the dungeons behave differently than what you might expect. In a shuffled world, dungeons sit inside zones, and those zones landed on brackets. But dungeon mob levels can't match their bracket perfectly. The lowest level dungeon enemy starts at level 13. You can't have a bracket 1 dungeon with level 1 to 7 enemies inside. So the scaling was adjusted. The result, dungeon mobs average slightly higher level than their bracket. They're harder than the outdoor content at the same tier. The second thing, going in alone at the wrong level isn't a story. It's just a death. To actually show what these dungeons look from the inside, I used AI player bots. Same level as my character, running only for the duration of the dungeon run. Then, they were shut off. The goal was to see the content, not to farm it safely. And first dungeon is Wailing Caverns, bracket 2 zone. I'm already over leveled for this one. But I wanted to see how the bots behave before taking them somewhere that could actually kill us. It went cleanly, and we got lucky. Rogug was in the dungeon, and we got the vial. As soon as I got the vial, I made my way out of the dungeon. And just like that, we got our very first blue chestplate. Now, let's go somewhere more challenging. Maraudon, bracket 3. This is the right level of challenge. And here, I started noticing some problems with the bots. They don't allow us to LOS pull any of the packs, and they keep aggroing or CCing enemies they shouldn't. After defeating the boss, I was dealing with the first pack of enemies, and then I saw the hunter pet chain pull all of the packs in the room. It was trying to make its way to the hunter, who for some reason decided to jump down. I immediately get out. They're closer to real players than I thought. I think I'm gonna go with a more melee-centric party next time. So, I go and do that. And the run goes much better. Cleaner pulls, good clear speed. The blind hunter boss drops a blue bow, plus 3 agility. I roll on it, and I manage to get it. Then, Overlord Ramtusk. He drops Corpse Maker. The bot rolls on it, as do I, and the bot gets it. Then the two-handed sword, Morbid Dawn, drops. The bot needs on it once again, and I don't get it either. We finished the rest of the dungeon without any issues. Then I reset the instance and run it again. This time, the drop is mine. I return back to Ratchet, the bots are off, server has been restarted, and the Corpse Maker is equipped. We are level 34 now. We're ready to continue with the Warrior questline. And the next step in the questline requires us to go to Hillsbrad Foothills. That's where the quest giver is, and that's where the Cyclonian boss is going to be summoned. The problem? Getting there. The path from the north is blocked. There's Fall Glades is bracket 6. Everything there kills us. And the route from Stranglethorn is probably not going to be much better. But I remember something from our earlier run. There's a ship from Theramore Isle to Menethil Harbor. Normally, I would probably not be able to take it, but now the guards are replaced with enemies, so I make my way there. I make my way to Wetlands, and it's bracket 3. Nothing here threatens us at this point. Next up, Arati Highlands, which is bracket 4.
Inventory is full.
This is a bit more dangerous, but we manage to navigate it as long as we stay on the road. We grab the flight path, and it seems this area has some bounding box issues as well. I see some bracket 7 enemies just outside of town, but they don't notice us and I don't test them. And next, Hillsbrad Foothills, which is bracket 5. After some careful navigation, we managed to grab the flight path, but the bracket 5 zone proves difficult at my current level. So I grind a little bit, and now we're level 36. And now we're able to safely reach the Windwatcher quest NPC. To summon Cyclonian, we need 4 things. Life roots that we already have through profession grinding, blood scalp tests that we can get from trolls, and I saw a few of their spawns back in Durotar, so this is covered. The hard one is the Essence of Exile. To get it, I need 8 Burning Charms, 8 Thundering Charms, and 8 Cresting Charms, from 3 specific elemental mob types scattered around the world. Thundering and Cresting Charms, I found both in Hillsbrad Foothills. Burning Exiles, though, are not in Hillsbrad. I checked. I scouted out the zones connected to Hillsbrad. Silver Pine Forest is bracket 7. Alterac Mountains are bracket 7 as well. And who could have guessed, Hinterlands are bracket 7 too. South it is, I guess. Back through Wetlands, south to Loch Madan. And as it turns out, it's bracket 2. It's safe. Next, we go to Badlands. It's bracket 4. Bracket 4 is promising for another reason. There's a master enchanting trainer inside the dungeon of Uldaman, the dungeon in this zone. Bracket 4 is hard, but definitely doable. We're definitely gonna come back here if we survive that long. No Burning Exiles in Badlands, so I move on. I go east to Searing Gorge. The zone is bracket 5. And there they are. I finally found some Burning Exiles, and after a little bit of grinding, I got the 8 charms. I grab the flight path and return to Hillsbrad. But before summoning Cyclonian, I get ready. I get some buffing scrolls from the Lore Master vendor, and any of the potions that I made so far. Sadly, no nature protection potion though. But we work with what we have. Back in Hillsbrad, I talk to the troll, and he spawns Cyclonian. I open up with my Rage Generation abilities. I stack Thunder Armor and Thunderclap. After 4 stacks are up, I use Retaliation. My health gets low, and I pop the Arena Trinket. And the boss goes down. Whirlwind Axe. Unlocked. 8 characters are dead, 1 life is left. The world is still broken, and there's more of it to explore. Subscribe if you want to see more of it. See you in the next one.
H&R Block makes it easy to reserve time for your taxes. Tap us in, find a time that works for you.
Hello. RLCraft may be Minecraft's most famous mod pack. Famous because it's extremely difficult. But what if, for a meme, we made it 10 times harder? In this video, I am going to be attempting to play through the entirety of the RLCraft mod pack from humble beginnings all the way up to the defeat of eldritch gods, starting from only a single heart in hardcore mode. Because honestly, with gas prices the way they are, why not at this point? Let's just dial the suffering up to 12 while we're here. In order to succeed in this challenge, I'm going to have to find magical artifacts, beautifully crafted and enchanted magical equipment, and wherever possible, we're going to be utilizing the correct amount of cheese. I welcome you to RLCraft One Heart Hardcore. And so we begin our new journey. As you can see, it's taken me a couple of attempts so far. We start our life with one heart on everything. For some reason, there's an empty heart on the head and left arm, but I think that's a scripting issue. Annoyingly, our spawn, while beautiful, was a little nippy. I'm naked, I have the constitution of a diabetic squirrel, and I have an itch that I just can't scratch. But the point was, I needed to warm up somehow, and very quickly, which is why I took it upon myself to beat the local sheep to death with a blunt rock that I found. It's very humane, I assure you. While I was doing so, I was hearing some flapping sounds. That is very bad, because it could be a dragon. And it would kill me immediately. It would warm me up, though. I'd be warm for the rest of my life. Just over a nearby hill, my suspicions were a little confirmed. Ah! That's definitely dragon-related. Not good. As I deftly made my way out of the area, I continued to beat sheep while I was on my way, and then stumbled into a local cabin. Inside, we managed to find a couple of things that mean we get to skip the most painful parts of the early game. We found an axe, so we can chop trees straight away. Aha! Actually, a fantastic start. And as I found some logs, I also have the planks I need for a crafting table. And even some clothes to cover my supple, naked, fragile body. And enough iron to make myself some shears. This'll make getting wool a little less bloody. Hello? Axing this local dinosaur question, I managed to get enough XP to level up. And we're gonna put our first few points into gathering. While I was disrobing the local sheep I hadn't bludgeoned, I came across a hippogriff. This bloke is going to be incredibly instrumental towards my strategy. I just have to not get eaten by him. That man will eat me alive. In default RLCraft, you can't actually cut trees with your bare hands, so finding this axe was a big upgrade. And the reason I've been bludgeoning all these sheep is because I can make wool armor with it. It's not actual armor, it doesn't really protect me, but what it does do is keeps me warm. And we're of course going to be gathering as many books as we can. We're going to need them for trading later. Downstairs in the cabin, I found myself a book and quill. This is going to save us a lot of time as well, because it can be made into an atlas, which is a form of map, which will allow us to keep track of where we are. You know, it's not usual that I begin these things with a strategy in mind, but here we are. Meanwhile, outdoors, some of the pigs were dying, so I had a look out and found that there's an undead creature known as a lurker eating them. Lurkers are extremely dangerous, because all it does is run up to you, kiss you on the mouth, and then run away, which would kill me at my current state. As it was now dark outside, I had to stay in that cabin until morning. There are 1,000,001 creatures outside that will steal my kidneys. So to best use the time, I dug down from inside the cabin and got myself some cobblestone. Stone tools are one of the few pieces of equipment I can actually use without any requirements. The main thing about staying alive while I'm so critically fragile is to avoid combat at all cost. Eventually, we will have to do some combat. And when we do, we're going to have to do it very carefully. But for now, we're just going to avoid any potential death. One strategy that's great to do when you find any armor is just to smelt it down into raw iron ingots. Especially this horse armor, gives you loads. Some of the iron I used to make a bucket, but the rest was left as ingots. And then went to sleep for my first night. We're now suffering from what I deem a small inventory syndrome. But don't worry, there is a cure, we just need to find a village. I couldn't remember if the red dinosaurs are aggressive. I know they can be, but I think it's only if you attack one of them. Either way, cowardice will serve us well for now, so we're not fighting anything that's gonna fight back. These brown dinosaurs are edible though, and in fact very edible. Their meat is called maca meat, and you'll see what it does later. Murderizing all the animals gives me XP, which I then spend on upgrading the simplest of abilities such as mining and gathering. At level 8, we unlock the ability to use iron tools, as well as mine specific things. Some ores you can't break at all unless you have the level required. These lime flavored markers are great because they offer some target practice. I've made myself some throwing spears, which is going to be the main way that we fight off enemies. Probably problem is I can't hit anything, so I pretty much have to rely on the age-old human strategy of wait until it tires and then steal its gonads. Now, we appear to have found a warmer biome, which is very good. I'm also hearing flapping noises, which could mean dragon, which is very bad. There are other creatures the flapping could be. However, I was correct. It is a dragon. Luckily, he's very far away and hasn't seen us. But we're gonna go the opposite direction. Ah, the next thing we must gather. This sugar cane. We were now a high enough level to be able to choose our specialization. I've heard there is a strategy to choose crafting as your specialization, but I don't know how to do it, and I'd have to look it up. I can't be bothered. I prefer my stabbing strategy. Another thing these guys drop is leather, which we'll be able to turn into armor later on. Much as I was enjoying the extermination of the Maca species, the main problem I had with this current biome is that there seem to be dragons everywhere I turn. But in good news, there's plenty of animals, such as cows, Macas, of course, as previously mentioned, and these guys, which are known as Arasaurs, and they drop celery. Came across a nice little brick cottage, but upon opening the door realized it was a dungeon and noped the hell out of there. We are a long way from doing something like that. Eventually, I found my way out of the biome, but I needed to go over the sea to do so. An easy way to get oneself killed in the early game is to be eaten by sirens. To avoid this, I made myself some earplugs. I'm not sure how healthy it is for my ear canal to just be shoving some raw wooden cubes in there without any lubrication, but it beats being dead. While I was cooking up some iron ore, I managed to have my first brush with death as a blue Power Ranger jumped out of the water, and I had to bravely use my bravery to brave him. Janku. Oh! Ah!
Get a year of Coursera Plus for $239 and start building the skills to move your career forward.
Okay, now I mentioned that the elimination of the Maca species does serve a purpose. Basically, we can cook up the meat, and when consumed, it's not only tasty, it gives you a good amount of extra hearts. So the idea is, in future, if I get jumped by a Power Ranger, I chew on the jerky and maybe live. Literally everything in this mod pack requires you to have some level requirement. For example, here, I can't even break grass. Breaking grass is actually extremely dangerous because sometimes a grass spirit spawns and slaps the hell out of you. But that's not going to happen to us because we're lucky and bad things don't happen to me. Also, yes, there's a topless woman outside who's trying to distract me from my gaming, but she will not succeed, I assure you. I was a little torn on where to go next. Staying at sea is extremely dangerous, but in these early stages of the game, we don't have too much to lose, so we may as well reap the rewards. There's quite a few points of interest at sea that can be extremely useful in the early game, and not nearly as useful thereafter. These recall potions teleport you to your spawn point, and can be used as an emergency teleport. Very helpful for me right now, since a cold gust of wind is considered a terrifying enemy. I found this beautiful mansion just off the coast. It's actually incredibly significant to my health and prospects, because in the library was the power of knowledge. Ooh, hello. By consuming this book, as one does, I was able to get 11 quick levels. Very handy at this stage of the game, and we're going to spend those immediately. Level 2 agility means we can unlock ranged weapons, and level 3 building puts us on our way to unlocking a block that will allow me to not be quite as fragile. Breaking another one of the bookcases, I actually found a second one, which I also immediately used, which we pumped into building to get us level 8. We can now use the Baubles Reforging Station, as well as the regular Reforging Station. Once we have some jewelry, we are going to be using this extensively, because it allows us to become much tankier even with a single heart. Interestingly, inside of this mansion, I seem to have gotten the reverse problem as I was getting outside. I started boiling, and I had to take a bath in order to calm down. That's the main way that I control my temperature, by the way. My two techniques are either fuzzy jumper or rubber ducky. Some horrible things were going on outside the mansion, though. There appear to be some passive swamp monsters that have moved in, and they're leaving smell everywhere. In the basement, I managed to find a veritable treasure trove. The main thing being a stockpile of arrows and bolts for crossbows. Now, what kind of weapon does a fragile man like myself use? We managed to find ourselves an iron saber. Unique because it has the property damage absorption. What this does is reduces all damage by 25%, in exchange for making the durability of the weapon fall faster. Basically, the weapon is an empath and takes damage when I do. I also found some leather equipment and was lucky enough to get the Masterful buff on the trousers. If you get the Masterful quality on all of your leather armor, you get an armor set bonus, which will be nice for us with our fragile constitution. Using the resources I'd managed to gather so far, I was able to craft this, an atlas. Greek tragedies aside, what it is a map book that allows me to know where I'm going. Last thing we'd want is to be constantly running in circles and wasting time. Later, while looting a fishing trawler, I managed to come across a new enemy. Microscopic nematodes in my drinking water. They don't do a lot of damage, but they do some, and I don't have a lot of health to spare. So, to be honest, I panicked for a good 30 seconds and then remembered my maca meat. The nematodes are annoying, but they shouldn't kill me so long as I keep topping up my sandwiches. Personally, though, I'm not partial to the idea of worms inside me, so I will be drinking purified water whenever possible. Throwing together the aforementioned Baubles Reforging Station means that we can now reforge jewelry to give it specific magical properties. I didn't have any jewelry, but I had a quick look through the recipes just in case I could make any. The only one I was able to craft is a tool belt. It stores your tools, and for some reasons also considered jewelry. It came with the warding buff, which gives us 1 armor toughness, which is okay, but not great. I threw my strapping piece of fashion into my reforging station, but found I'm too poor to be able to upgrade it. I smashed up some wheat outside for some XP, and checked again, and for some reason is now 7 levels. Inflation's getting out of hand, damn it! Although I didn't have a ranged weapon yet, I did make a quiver, because it can also be given buffs. In fact, for some reason the quiver counts as a piece of armor as well, so it gets a secondary buff. Anyway, nothing special, but we can at least save an inventory slot by getting rid of some of these arrows. Since I made the quiver, it was on my mind, and I checked if I could make a crossbow, which I was able to. So now we have our first range weapon. Maybe we'll save our life in a bit. And so my journey continued. I took a sip from my trusty canteen and made sure I wasn't going in circles by checking the map every so often. While I was murdering myself some breakfast the following morning, a Grim Reaper jumped out and decided to shoot balls at me. This is another fun thing that can sometimes happen. Also, if he hits you with his balls, you go blind. Thankfully, my throwing spears came in clutch, and I managed to hit one of the 20 I threw at him. Get wrecked, son. That was close. That was definitely close. While my nerves were recovering, I kept exploring and came across my first battle tower, spawning there in the distance. These are the 4th best source of XP in the entire game, and are going to be very useful later on. There are some strategies to try and approach the battle towers early, even with a single heart, but I'm not going to be doing them, because my main tactic is going to be cowardice. Like here, for example, where I took it upon myself to finally fight something because he seemed stuck and unable to get to me. See? He's just freaking out. 2 evolutionary timescales later, and he was dead. And I was able to reap the rewards, which mainly consisted of, sheep. No, in reality, these Cyclops dens are actually one of the easiest sources of gold early on. The gold allows us our first major upgrade, the backpack. We actually rolled an okay quality on it as well. Punishing, one of the legendary qualities. Not as useful as if it would give me some extra health, but still nice. Obviously, the main use is that we can now store stuff in our inventory. We're not limited to the base amount of slots. One can place down and pick up the backpack at will, and it goes into a bauble slot. I decided arbitrarily that my direction of choice would be west. I was just going to keep going west until I came across a village. At that point, we can begin the next section of our plan. You'll notice I've also jotted down the battle tower we came across. I made sure to keep doing this so that we can come back to these later. My first encounter with humanity was a tiny little camp I found in the desert. There was a butcher here. Not sure he's going to get many clients, but whatever. The main thing is I stole their belongings, among which was some obsidian and, more importantly, some lapis. With this, we were able to craft our first ring. And since we found an emerald in that camp, some fanciful neckwear too. Plugging these things into our reforging station, we can reforge them to try and get good stuff. I spent a few levels trying to get something nice, but failed. And I have gotten a bit unlucky here. Got a few pieces of jewelry now, and none of them have anything good. I had my first one-on-one encounter with a fire-breathing lizard after that. He spied me as I was canoeing down the shoreline. Luckily, I wasn't too far from the open ocean, and he seemed to get bored anyway, so I was able to live another day. Not 5 minutes later, I had to take a wee break from my canoeing because the waters were getting a bit sea serpenty for my taste. There he is now. But that brief pause ended up being quite lucrative. I found an extremely large library that I could mark on my map. I knew I couldn't enter it just yet, but as I went to mark it down, I noticed there's a village nearby. I probably wouldn't have seen this if I hadn't opened my map, so it was pretty good. Every village I come to, I punch the teleport stone, sometimes rename it, and note it down on my map, both its location and its name, so I can keep track of things. Villages in the desert can suck lemons, though. Every time I'm here, I have to stop to take a bath every 5 minutes. Now we begin the second phase of the plan. We need to talk to as many librarians as possible. This is a cleric. Librarians can sell enchanted books, so they're going to be very useful later on. But the second most valuable thing here, besides enchanted books, is these. Ooh, yes. These are crates, and they have a unique property, which is that they retain their inventory even when broken, like shulker boxes. Each crate has 9 inventory slots, which means we profit 8 per crate. Hey, that right. I.e., if we have 5 crates, that means we have 40 extra inventory slots. A beautiful Christmas day for a loot goblin such as myself. And the good times kept on rolling. I went into a nearby building and found a couple friends. Librarians, yes. As if to reinforce why desert villages are the biome equivalent of dunking your Kit Kat into a soggy yellow puddle, I had to bathe in front of them to avoid heat stroke while I talked to them. It was quite an awkward experience. So, allow me to explain to you what I'm doing chatting to these librarians. I chat with them, see what they have for sale, sell them some of the paper I've crafted from the sugar cane I've been gathering. After that, sell them some books, and then purchase some glass. This is a crucially important step. And following that extremely odd procedure, I now have access to their entire inventory of things they sell, which should contain 2 to 3 enchanted books. If they have anything good, they get to live, and if they don't, well, they get shunned by me if I'm in a good mood, and if I'm in a bad mood, then I'm just gonna stab them. Another thing to be careful of whenever I'm exploring these villages is the cobwebs. Similar to the monsters that can spawn from grass and the monsters that can spawn when things die, there's this thing, the Banshee, otherwise known as the Big Boba Monster, for unknown reasons. I've mentioned this before, but this is not my first attempt. Thousands of deaths to various different creatures have led me to develop very possibly unhealthy habits and anxiety disorders. I thought this forge would be a nice thematic place to show you the other reforger. This one allows you to use a similar material to re-roll things. For example here, this leather tunic, and I'm re-rolling it with leather. As is my nature, I got extremely unlucky and got nothing. I also didn't want to spend all of my leather because I wanted to save some of it for my belt, which I re-rolled and also got nothing. We can re-roll rings with gold, but sadly I had that in short supply. What we're looking for with the librarians is advanced level enchanted books. For example here, Advanced Thorns. This is actually not good because it won't be helpful till much, much later. But he still earned himself permanent imprisonment and a place on my map. Now I have 2 ring slots, so I need to make another ring, and I want to keep re-rolling them. So for that we need gold. We're not going in this extremely dangerous temple, but we're going to steal all the gold from outside. Just like the Crusaders did. And eventually, after 16 million pieces of gold used, I managed to re-roll the ring to give me the hearty buff. This gives me 1 extra heart, and we can re-roll our necklace here for another extra heart. This one uses emeralds. And finally, we can use our new gold and some lapis that I managed to steal from someone, which I re-rolled to get the undying buff. It gives me 1 more heart, as well as some damage reduction and other stuff. Oh, Terry, I forgot you were on the floor. Do you have anything else besides lapis? End of balls? Nah. We got 4 hearts just in time as some nonsense was happening outside. Apparently the local Beyblade golems are fighting some weird monster.
Base 44 super agents. The next thing you can't live without. No setup. Just say hello.
I don't know what the hell's going on. A few days later, I managed to get a hearts buff on my belt as well. So now we have 5 hearts. Later, at a seaside village in the Cotswolds, a sea serpent had managed to beach itself on a northern shore. I took it upon myself to help the local villagers with their problem. My reward, in addition to a severe reduction in my ammunition, was some sea serpent scales and fangs, which can be used to make sea serpent armor. Much later on, not now. My bravery over the sea serpent inspired me to take a new tactic with these red dinosaurs. Just eliminate them while they're thinking about their tax returns. I also do recognize my nomadic lifestyle is that of pretty much a wandering book salesman. But we desperately need the enchanted books, so I don't have a choice. A day of terror has now ended, and it's time for a nap. But of course, the Grim Reaper spawned and tried to kill me. Yeah, sometimes these guys can spawn when you're trying to sleep. He also clawed out my eyes as I tried to fight back, and then floated through the ceiling so I couldn't even shoot him. I was in a bit of a quandary, to be honest. I didn't want to go outside because it's nighttime and there's monsters around, but I didn't want to stay inside because the demon is just going to keep clawing my eyes. I decided the solution would be to just run several houses down and then shoot this zombie. Can't argue with the results. I'm nowhere near done my enchanted book collecting, but we may as well begin the next phase of the plan. We're going to be doing several phases of the plan at the same time. Don't try to keep track, Lord knows I'm not. Anyway, murdering rabbits is the next phase of the plan. We're going to need to kill a lot of them, and I'll explain why. Right after mentioning that in my murderous rabbit rampage, I almost stumbled into a temple of some kind, and an angel attacked me, as is known to happen. But alongside just personal enjoyment, the reason we're killing the rabbits is these, the rabbit's feet. It took all day, but I finally got my first one, and following that, soon got my second. Yes, 3. A few in a row. I noticed I seemed to have stumbled into a bit of a rabbit field, so I decided to just stay here. I would sit in my boat to cool down my temperature, and then head out, shoot as many rabbits as I could, and head back to the water. After a few days, I had 4 rabbit's feet. Ideally, I'd wanted 5, but basically we're going to use it to try and tame one of those. He just flew off into the distance. So not him personally, but someone else. I absconded from my rabbit hunting field and went in search of a dormant hippogriff. That is one either sleeping or just on the ground. I cooked up some of this joust meat. Similar to the maca meat, it has a unique bonus. When you consume it, you get an intense speed boost. After it's cooked, we can also combine it with some cactus goo and some sugar, both of which we have plenty of, to make some of these delicious lemon cakes. Alongside diabetes, making the cake also doubles the speed boost. So now I am a fast man, which is incidentally what I'm told in real life. And so, cracked out of my mind, I sped around the desert, only stopping briefly every so often to get out of the heat. After some time, I found a little canal which actually led out of the desert and into the open ocean. But I was soon reminded of why I tried to stay away from the open ocean. Oh, sweet Lord mercy, no. Oh, please, Lord. Say, let me get to the island. I'm so dead. Hello? He's still there. I have no idea where it is. Ah! What? What is going on? What has happened? Oh my god, it's in the boat! The greatest escape of my life. Don't worry, little Timmy. I'll put you out of your misery. Well, thanks for stopping by. Another place I'm checking for magic books is my local libraries. They aren't in every village, but when there is one, I make sure to poke my head in. There's a few hidden chests about, and I always make sure to have a look. Like, for example, in this chest here, we managed to find 2 protection books. I kept re-rolling my leather every time I exterminated some markers, and eventually got masterful on the boots. I stabbed a squirrel, and for some reason it dropped diamond pet armor, which I smelted down and was able to get 7 diamonds. Mining is for nerds. I'm also making sure to spend my XP and level up whenever I can. These are the current stats. Full set of leather armor with the masterful quality gives us these buffs. The true shot buff, which increases my range damage, and 2 permanent absorption hearts. I can lose them like regular hearts, but they recover after a while. The downside is, of course, that leather armor is about as thick as Mark Zuckerberg's eyebrows, but the buffs are going to help us in our extremely cowardly strategy. For example here, where I was excited to have finally made my way out of the desert and into a savanna biome. Nope. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, I was just thinking it was nice to get out of the bloody desert and then immediately savaged by 2 lions. Love it. But anyway, getting us back on track, my #1 priority right now was getting myself a griffin. I found many, many griffins, some of which were even on the ground, like this chap, but of course most of which were in the air. I got so desperate I even decided to just track this one for a few miles. And I couldn't believe my luck. He didn't land, but he led me to one that did. At this point, I had 6 rabbit's feet to my name. All I had to do was feed him them like fish fingers, and make sure he didn't maul my face. Thankfully for me, he didn't decide to maul my face, but he decided to break my heart instead. Tracy, we can work it out, please, I'm sorry. Is it because of that time I peed? Indeed, it was dozens of hippogriffs later before I got a chance as good as I did that time. But eventually I did. It was a few days later. I stabbed... rabbit in the mouth for the pure enjoyment of it, and then noticed a hippogriff chilling on a nearby sand dune. I managed to get the drop on him this time, which I think helped me. He didn't have to see my face. At first he didn't seem too keen for the fish fingers, but then... Yes! 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 We've done it! We've tamed a bird! Oh, the beautiful thing about these is you can just stick a regular saddle on them. Oh, yes! We've escaped! We've escaped this horrible nightmare of the desert, and it only took 1,000 years. I'm gonna call him Marvin. The introduction of Marvin means the world has gotten considerably smaller. We can now explore much faster than before. For example, within 15 minutes, I managed to find this beautiful ocean city. Within these, you can find enchanted books in plentiful supply. In fact, there's an active market just in the bottom left there. But right at that moment, I wanted to do something else. You see, Marvin's not just an airborne taxi machine. He also introduces to us an entirely new strategy. As I mentioned, I have been noting down the locations of these battle towers as I've been exploring. These upside-down battle towers that go into the earth can be easily looted without having to go inside. All you have to do is pick the right spot and start digging down. After a number of blocks, you'll find yourself right smack back behind the treasure rooms. The way to get a nice easy loot. That is up to nothing but us for being too greedy. I managed to make these burgers, which give me an incredible amount of absorption hearts. So, this thankfully didn't kill me here. Though I did keep 8 hearts, of course, was a strategy, but I managed it. While I was having a cup of tea before going back down, a blue gremlin showed up. Small man, you're in the way. Okay, you're gonna have to die. Got him. Well, those upside down ones can be looted in the way I just mentioned. But what about these vertical ones? They can be taken care of with a strategy I call the Marvin pocket pinching plan. I should mention before explaining it that this plan does depend on you not being attacked by dentistry chests. Just die. Oh my god. What? The ground, you just teleport to where the arrow lands. But if you shoot a mob, you swap places. Of course, it's usually better for Marvin's health if you remember to equip the correct arrow before shooting. Again. Yes! Ooh. And now we can steal. After we're done pilfering, of course, the problem becomes, what do I do now? I'm not exactly going to climb down the dangerous tower filled with zombies and spiders and such. Nope. We're gonna swap places with the boy again. And now he's had an entirely confusing afternoon, and we can make our escape. I didn't profit from that pilfering entirely as much as I'd wanted to, mainly because I forgot to drop off all my thousands of crates. But I did get a hell of a lot of diamonds. Continuing my search for battle towers, I came across a purple land, and then got to the Eruption random event.
Eruption! The world is going to burn.
This causes great magma creatures to spawn and burn everything to the ground. Luckily, I was flying at the time, and the mobs spawned behind you. So that purple land is going to completely die, but oh well. Moving swiftly onwards, I'd managed to find my second battle tower to loot. Now, you might have noticed that when I first did this strategy, I was extremely accurate in repositioning the golem both times. That is because I am extremely cool and good looking, and people like me. And not at all because I got extremely lucky twice. Anyway, on a completely unrelated note, we're going to try a new strategy with this bloke, reducing the skill and luck required considerably. By placing this water on the slope and being submerged in it when I shoot the arrow, he should get washed down the mountain, eliminating the need for a second skill check, which I would probably fail. Aha! It worked! He's washing away. Wow, okay, that was right in my mouth. He's very angry down there. The most valuable thing I can get from these chests is these, the glowing ingots. Much later on, we're going to be using those to make the most powerful jewelry in the game, so they're going to be stored in one of my valuable crates for later. Battle towers are also an excellent source of blaze powder, which is how I was able to get enough to convert my ring into a ring of strength. This gives me a permanent strength buff. Not terribly handy because we're still a coward right now, but if ever I do have to hit something out of panic, it'll help. One thing I particularly love is the feeling of shattered glass underneath my feet, but this time I did it for an alternative purpose. At level 16 defense, we can start equipping diamond armor, and by combining that with the protection enchantments I've found in libraries so far, we would be able to do some combat, finally. Wow, there is a dragon right in the middle of that village. Let's not go there. A couple of battle towers later, and I had so many diamonds I didn't know what to do with them all. So I made Marvin some dashing diamond armor. This should help if I forget to use the right arrow or walk into a dragon nest. As I was ransacking the local campground, I managed to stumble across a med kit. This does the same job as these plasters or bandages, but instead of disappearing on use, it has durability, which means you can stick unbreaking on it, and at that point it becomes an almost permanent in-combat healing item. Now it's important to keep in mind that alongside all of these developments, we're still very much looking for enchanted books, and as I was searching through a new village I'd found...
Shedrick Green. Untruthful. Can't be trusted. Green used taxpayer resources to run for office.
I managed to get pulled from Marvin's warm embrace by some local thottery. Thankfully, I got stuck on the scenery, so I wasn't able to turn over my wallet, and some quick earplug crafting solved the issue. The same cannot be said for the locals of this village, though. As I was trying to trade with this librarian, he all of a sudden started simping. As I was trying to knock him out of it, he died of natural causes. Ah, crap. I don't even know what he sold. I freed him from his simp ways. I then decided to pop by that Ocean City again and try out the market, and ran into this handsome lad who happens to be selling Unbreaking 1, one of the most valuable books to find. It'd be better, of course, if it was Unbreaking 3 or 2, but it's fine. This chap right next door happens to sell Advanced Fire Protection, which isn't that good, but it's something. The only issue I was having was a lack of currency. Thankfully, I found out this can be solved by going to the castle of this city and getting a tax return in the form of emerald blocks. Money problems solved, I was now able to put Unbreaking 3 on my medkit. By plugging up the holes on a battle tower, even a fragile, cowardly moron like me can use them to farm XP. It rhymed and it didn't need to. I was quite happy there until a giant bee attacked me. Oh my god. The only other problem is sometimes children on chickens will escape. It can happen. I ain't messing around with no giant bees, so I decided to just cheese the top and move on. Ooh, 4 ingots. That is big. It was big because it allowed me to create my first epic piece of jewelry, the polarizing stone. The reason it's so good is because it allows you to repel arrows. There's always the possibility that skeletons can one-shot you from across the map, but no longer with this bad boy clicked on. Now a question I might get asked is, how did I get so good at shooting? Well, the answer is to just never miss, like I never do. Oh dear. Again. Not again. Third time's the charm, Bahamut. Got him. That. It's time for us to get rid of our dirty rags and equip some diamond. Looting the towers has given us plenty of XP and plenty of diamonds to reroll with. I rerolled the mastery quality onto everything and then also threw my protection books onto the armor. Also at some point my skin seems to have changed to Elmo. Don't worry about it. Since I was on a roll for getting good quality things, I decided to reroll my pickaxe and got legendary. Since I got legendary, I thought I may as well put this enchantment on it. Advanced efficiency and unbreaking. I've also installed a chest onto Marvin somehow, so he has a bunch of inventory slots and is carrying some of my stuff. Thank you, Marvin. Had a chat with this bloke. Turns out he sells advanced looting, and as such he earned a permanent imprisonment. Kind of struggling to explore at the moment. Everywhere is too cold. I traveled to a swamp biome to try and escape the extreme cold, and found it to be entirely frozen over, so it's definitely wintertime. Found a mending book in a random library, and at that point remembered I can still stab things in the wild for more experience, and I could level up my magic skill to 12. This means I was now able to enchant things naturally. These enchanting tables aren't hard to find. There's a library building in most villages where they can be found. And the fees aren't too bad. So I enchanted a couple of biscuits I had laying around. I swear I could mug someone with the sharpness of my nipples right now. The diamond armor isn't doing much to protect me from the cold, but it does protect me from Bahamut if he decides to shoot one of those explosive rounds into my mouth. I make sure to consume a Maka burger anytime I'm gonna do something dangerous, like shoot a golem, but it's nice to have some protection to rely on. And it is due to the fact that I'm inhaling burgers like a Labrador. sure that I decided to put Advanced Looting 3 onto a greatsword. And of course gave it a cheeky reroll to get the legendary quality. With all of these upgrades, I am starting to get a taste that we might be able to kill a dragon soon. However, from experience, this can sometimes take several hours. So I made sure to put Infinity on my crossbow, just in case my incredible accuracy skills have somewhat depreciated and it takes me 300 or 400 shots to take one down. This also means I can take pot shots at sea serpents that are waiting by the shore. The only fights I take are ones where the monster can't fight back. If I ever pivot my career, it'll definitely be to go into influencer boxing and fight old people and houseplants. The worms in my brain told me that it's time for me to try and shoot a dragon down. Atop Marvin's back, I had a perfect strategic advantage, which is that if he does decide to turn around and start attacking me, I can fly away and return at a later date. This is exactly what happened. Eventually, he got sick of being pelted with crossbow bolts, which I assume is the equivalent of a small frog throwing toothpicks at Alex Jones. But I would simply turn around, fly away, pretend it wasn't me, and then return after a tea break to continue the assault. How long did it take for the dragon's health to be depleted? Yes, but now I am the proud owner of some red dragon scales and dragon bones, which we will need to make into equipment much later. For now, the most engorging thing is that we can make this, the Dragon Canteen. As much as I love my brain worms, my health bar doesn't, and this allows us to drink clean water without the need for filtering it. Since I got some XP for killing the dragon, I thought I would also upgrade my iron sword. I had a sharpness book laying around, but didn't have the XP until now. I will say though, the crossbow Marvin strat is very enjoyable, as well as effective. And cheesy. Perhaps overcome with courage, I thought it might be time for us to do some actual fighting. I thought I'd give this battle tower next to the dragon we killed a crack. We've got a sharpened sword and we've got some good armor. Plenty of burgers as well, for courage. I do only currently have 4 hearts though, so I needed to be extra careful. Whenever I saw a sparkly guy like that, I always made sure to leave immediately. Those sparkly dudes are basically like the elites from the Diablo franchise. For the non-goblins among us, that means that they can have different effects and buffs. Some of which can kill a man instantly, so that's fun. The first floor is always the hardest. After that, you can do this little slab strategy and just stab the ankles. But the fact that I've managed to survive so far means we are indeed strong enough to take these on. And I'm getting a lot of XP. Now I started dumping it into defense as soon as I could. Like everyone, one can't just fight zombies and skeletons all day without having a good night's rest. And I was definitely not sleeping every 5 minutes because I was scared of what might spawn during nighttime.
Things people are afraid of. Oh, the Nightman.
See, this is what I mean by those elite guys. Look at this guy's name. Infernal Rusting Cave Spider of Stalking. Yep. Quite frankly, I don't even know what that guy can do, but it's probably dangerous, so I'm not going to deal with it. And so we end this tower cleansing session with about 20 defense. Pretty good. So good, in fact, that I thought I might as well treat myself to some new jewelry. This ring isn't too special yet, it just allows me to see in the dark, but later on it'll be used to make something fantastic. Tried to re-roll the bloody thing to get something good, but no. Just as I was thinking about leaving, I then soiled myself.
Shadow games. Death in the dark.
Oh, the backpack. Sorry, Marvin. Let's go. Well. I'm gonna go get changed. In case you're wondering what just happened there, that was a mob event. This happens randomly, and basically some music and an introduction plays, and then all hell breaks loose. Thousands of mobs start spawning and will not stop until the event is over. There are several different events that can occur, and the Shadow Games one is by far the worst. This monster chasing me right now is called a Grue. It spawns in the dark and is invisible unless attacking, meaning it's impossible to tell how many are trying to kill you. To be honest, forgetting my backpack there very easily could have killed me, but I was definitely not going to find it if I left it behind. To have escaped, I am a very, very lucky boy. Oh, all right there, Squire. Woo. One of the things we have to do to get my fragile body ready for fighting bosses is combine enchanted books together to make them cheaper so that they can be put onto weapons and armor. This is what I'm doing here with my longsword. I combined advanced looting and mending to make it cheap enough so that I could afford to put it on my sword. This wasn't the best example because I actually failed. I don't have 22 levels. But I'm not going to be keeping the iron sword forever, so I'm not too worried about having messed it up this time. Besides, I can always shatter more glass onto the cobblestones. 22 levels isn't the end of the world. Now then, if one doesn't want to get mogged by TikTok stars, you're going to need a cool outfit. The hell did I just say? But I need to make these ice trousers if I'm going to be surviving in the springtime in the desert. I actually made a full set of ice armor. It's like the wool armor, except it keeps you cool. Anyway, at this point, I'm murdering many sea serpents because I can now equip their armor. It's scaly, it's colorful, it's peak, it's risible. But most importantly, it covers my disgusting sponge-like interior. I've also been making a big mistake. I decided I wanted one particular color of armor and have been throwing away sea scales that aren't the right color. This was a terrible mistake because I shouldn't be too choosy. I need the sea scales to re-roll it. And I've ended up with not enough to be able to get what I want. Most of the sea serpents I murder are ones that are on the land. I tried sea fishing, but found it to be too exciting for my taste. No. How about no? I'm gonna go somewhere else. I also have a little admission to make. I've been collecting these heart shards, mainly from mobs that very rarely drop them. They can be combined like this to make a heart candy, which can be consumed to give yourself an extra heart. I did this, and then later massively regretted it. Allow me to explain. You see, before I consumed that heart, I had 4 maximum hearts. That's 1 base heart, and 3 bonus hearts given to me by my jewelry. This means if I were to unequip everything I have on, I would still be down to 1 heart. I thought that would be fair in the spirit of this challenge. But the problem is by eating the candy, I've now increased my base hearts to 2, and my visible maximum hearts, obviously, to 5. I didn't realize my mistake until much later on, and I did correct it. So I apologize, but for now, my hearts are going to be 5, but I will correct it later, before fighting any of the endgame bosses. Moving on, I fired up the old equipment reforger, the one that uses experience. I had some XP to burn, so I thought, why not? I ended up getting half-hearted on this thingy, which of course gives me half an extra bonus heart when this is equipped, and then I got nothing on this thing, which dropped from a spider. But it still gives me immunity to poison, so it's pretty good. And this is what my health is looking like. Unfortunately, I still only had 1 heart on the body, which means I can be one-shot, but I hoped I would get some more jewelry and fix that later. As I was searching for more jewelry, actually, I popped a villager in the mouth accidentally, and the police attacked me. Thankfully, the Rozzers cannot catch Marvin. Ooh. Speaking of Marvin, later that day, a sea serpent tried to eat him. Ah, Marvin! Oh. What? What is happening? Wow, this thing really just tried to eat him. What a guy. Oh. Careful now. Back! Back, devil! Oh my god! Yes. Now we can all agree, I am looking fancy. Just need to get some enchanted books on this armor. Until then, I am gonna keep wielding my diamond stuff. Speaking of enchanting books, actually, I found Mending. It was in a seaside village, and it came at a good time because I was depressed. I had lost Marvin. I'd parked him somewhere in the city, and I wasn't sure where. In fact, during this particular clip, where I was staring wistfully at this tower in the distance, in reality, I was checking my footage to see where I'd left him. Annoyingly, I hadn't actually been recording when I arrived to the city, so I had no idea where he was. I had just about given up when I actually found him. Oh my god. Marvin? How are you up there? What? Following Marvin's reappearance, my discovery of the Mending book had me motivated to try and find some more good ones. Ran into this bloke who had Sharpshooter 3. Not terribly good, but I thought I may as well stick it on my crossbow anyway. A few days later, while I was doing more of my yoinky sploinky strat, I was having a warm down snack with Marvin when I got a notification informing me we've got our first blood moon. Or at least I assume that's what it says if I could read it. Blood moons are your standard nighttime Minecraft affair where all kinds of monsters start spawning, except everything's turned up to 1,000. Millions of things spawn in every possible biome. And you also can't sleep. It's good. Of course, the scaredy cat strategy is just to go inside and try not to fight anything. Wait until morning. So that's exactly what I did. In fact, I was so scared to go down onto the ground where monsters were already spawning, I ransacked this person's home instead and climbed inside. Cowardice filling my trousers, I begged the game to let me sleep, and it turns out just clicking the bed is enough to spawn these stupid reapers. This time, though, I 360 no-scoped his ass with my brand new enchanted crossbow. Get good, kid. I gave up on going to sleep, so I grabbed a pint, headed outside, and waited for all of this to blow over. In the morning, upgraded the old crossbow. Things are getting a bit expensive now. That was 13 levels gone. Thankfully, my newfound bravery strategy here, which is working well. Yes, kill way. Now this one's going to be I've also found the abominable shedding book salesman, and also kind of an inspector, because as I came onto my and one powder, the modifier, and the thing I have equipped at the moment that propels arrows also draws items on the ground to me, including my sword, which just got stickied. Seriously, a lot of it. In a hard death I was dead, I probably would have died. Stay away from any it's a good idea to kill them, but the problem is kill people here. I'd hit it with stuff. It's going to be tricky to fight without dying. Great guide.
Yo, ding level 3. Ding level 3 up.
Zarding.
Zarding. Yo, Wanted, thanks for the prime. Can't believe you stole my chest. It's fine. It's fine. We gotta let it go. We have to let it go. We have to let it go. Can't keep living in the past. Can't believe we got a double resist. This is the problem. Wake up and I'll just, it's brutal, man. All right. So we want 14 Frostmane Troll Whelps. And 10. Here he is. The dwarves take out Czar. Oh gosh, what a terrible. Oh my goodness. And this day 1 already on your 4th. Lots and lots of experience. Troll Cave. Brelin's camp is down the road to the south, and Boars. Boars. No, I'm not saying to grief him. I'm saying to Makara him and take him out. Man, it feels like I was just here. How come you're not using Questy? I'm trying to do a no Questy experience for the lulz, just to see how it feels. Guys, please. Please. This is killing me. Just double fear assist, man. How does it feel without Questy so far? It actually is feeling really good so far. I'm actually kind of liking it. But it might be really annoying as I level up more, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. Like it might be super annoying in a bit. Yeah, it feels fine if you so far. Fucker always fun.
Main guy, I just moved into the neighborhood. What fans here for? Open.
Run to me! Run to me! Run to me! Run to me! You're gonna pull elites! Run to me! Right here! Bro, what are we doing, man? Oh my god, you're kidding me. You're kidding me, bro. He pulled a fucking goblin for the herd. Oh! Smites will drop, and I will steal it. Ooh, that's a lot of mobs. It's fine if I get some aggro. I'm not worried about it. I prefer it. Yeah, that's a lot of elites, man. Woo, that's a lot of elites. Okay, you guys might want to start killing shit, man. Or like jump off the bridge and don't pull. You know what I'm saying? I want to kite. Yes. Oh my god. Right here. Don't jump right here. Jump right here. You're good. You kite right here. Come here. Come to me. Run 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 to me. You're gonna pull elites. Run to me. Right here. Oh my god. Back. Don't pull those steps. Go away, man. Circle of healing, circle of healing. Get the shot. And can I get a first? What are we doing, man? Hurt.
Instincts. And now for a limited time, Black Devil.
Is Orange Jesus in the room with us right now? No, he is not. Bro! Oh my god, somebody give this motherfucker a bro machine right here. Don't jump right here, jump right here, you're good. You kite right here, come here. Come to me, run to me. It's happening again, man. Lock him. I need like a circle of healing, circle of healing. You guys are fried, man. Yo, come here. Back to the spot. Back to the kite spot. Okay, we're oom. We're oom. You actually have to kite. Kite! Jump! 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 Dude, you better jump in the water right now. My goodness. All right, everybody else, kill it. Kill it. Everybody else, kill it. Where are you, Paul? You're kidding me, man. You're kidding me, bro. No way, dog. Stay right there. No way, dude. in this. Elites are coming. Oh, so you did not have to die like that. It's offline. I wasn't. Expecting you to take damage. Dude, I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. For real. Chat, what are the chances we clear dead mines right now? Oh! That's his biz! Steak, put that on right now. Steak, we need your deep. Steak with the one-hander. Herd bull with this thing. Yeah, honestly, bro, you just hamstring guy. Like, if you guys are feeling any way. So whenever we do the and I don't want to be able to kill it by yourself to freezing them in place. And that should work. There's a bunch of strats. We could do the ring around the rosy boat strat. You know what I'm saying? I put the ring around the rosy boat strat. But I can't really show you the ring around the rosy boat strat until the first ball, until Captain Greenskin dies. For the herd. Oh! I'm coming, man! No, keep your rage! I'm coming! He's going in! Oh my god! Okay, pump skull! Big pump on skull! Yes, you know what? F it, this is good. Big pump on skull! Pump skull! I'm gonna get healing aggro. Yeah! I need healing aggro. Badly, I need healing aggro. Yes, it's working! Can you circle of healing? It's working! Yes! Pump skull, then S! Pump skull! Jump! I'm gonna use my, we're not dying. Whenever, okay, now move! Hit the wheel. We can reset this. Yes.
Be a travel advisor without quitting your 9 to 5.
All right, burn skull. You got, yeah, pump skull. Yeah. Oh, I might have the stealth one on healing aggro. Oh, I might have it stunned in healing aggro. This is perfect. Yes, it's working. I'm out of range. Okay, now find the stealth. Go hit the stealth. I actually have perma healing aggro on. Yeah. It's working. I'm almost doom. Burn that. Okay, cleave aggro. Yes. Okay. We're winning. Did it. Okay, at 50%, make sure you have enough rage to push him through at 50%. Okay, he's gonna run around at some point, right? When does he turn around? No, now we can do this. For 50%. Okay. We stun at 52 and pump. Pump it. Yeah, go ahead, pump it. Yeah. But save rage, jump, get ready to jump. Jump. If you have threat, jump. Jump soon. Yeah, nice T-claps. Come to me now. Come to me, trust me.
Lapdogs.
Jump when I jump. Here. Okay. 58%. Save surpassed 50. I need mana. AoE time. And whoa! Kites!
Fools! Our cause is righteous. The Brotherhood shall prevail.
For the herd!
Strength and honor. I'm out of range.
Do something for the mother trucking herd, son. Woo! Bang! That's how winning is done.
With a new spring season comes a fresh start. New ideas, new projects, new adventures. At Harbor Freight, you'll find quality tools at great prices that make it easier to get started. Shop spring savings now at Harbor Freight.
It's too far away. Ready yet? More rage. Can't do that yet. I need a target. Not enough rage. I need to get closer. Need more rage. Not ready yet. I can't do that. Blood and thunder. Farewell. Speak. Dabu.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app with Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an app.
Man, hardcore WoW just hits different. I really can't pinpoint why it feels so much better than playing TBC right now, but I kind of have an idea why. Every piece of gear matters, even if it's a side grade. Every skill point in your profession, every skill upgrade. You find yourself doing quests that you normally wouldn't do. You're not dungeon spamming. If you're playing self-found, everything matters. Every piece of upgrade. Even with 660s in hardcore WoW, I still couldn't resist playing it again. While I'm having a lot of fun on TBC still, I really do enjoy TBC. It's probably my favorite expansion. I still could not help myself in missing hardcore WoW. So I decided to make a YouTube series about my journey on TBC hardcore as a self-found warrior. I hope you guys enjoy it. Here we go. Yeah, I get it. I went touring this time for a couple of reasons. I know you guys are used to seeing me orc.
Why is Tech Jacket so weak? This is the same hero that no diff mustache marked during the Invincible War, so why does she look so useless against actual Viltrumites? When facing Krad, her energy blasts are either dodged or straight up tanked, and a single stomp to the face leaves her crying for help. Her only meaningful contribution is helping Alan escape after they are outnumbered, using her suit to hide them both on the side of the Viltrumite warship. Why is Tech Jacket so weak? This is the...
Smells good.
In my chest, I don't even know what's in my chest.
I'm taking mine, dude. Oh, tsunami sword.
Oh my god.
What's the limit?
$20. Big bet's $20.
Okay, good. It's 20.
You've seen half the hand. How the fuck are you betting into us?
You sure this is wise, Abe? It's your money the kid's betting with.
That's plenty wise. We know what we're holding, and we know what you're holding.
The fuck you know what we all got.
Summer clerkship in your office says I know what you're holding.
I don't bet with jobs like that. Let's just say I'll put you at the top of the list if you're right.
Okay. Well, you were looking for that third 3, but you forgot that Professor Green folded it on 4th Street, and now you're representing that you have it. The DA made his 2 pair, but he knows they're no good. Judge Kaplan was trying to squeeze out a diamond flush, but he came up short, and Mr. Eisen is futilely hoping that his queens are going to stand up. So, like I said, the dean's bet is $20.
Well, kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass.
I like the kid, Abe. Good kid.
What's the limit?
$20. Big bet's $20.
Okay, good. It's 20.
You've seen half.
Donna, I spent 3 weeks making you the safest base on the server. I know you probably won't read this, but if you do, please TP. I need this. The safest base on the server. Okay. I went to SATP. This guy said he built me the safest base, and he spent like 3 weeks on it. Here we go. All right, let's see. The safest base.
Yo, Dr. Donut.
Yo, what's up?
So basically, I'm making a video where, don't be scared about it. There's like 200 wardens around us, but they can't hurt you. So I'm making a video where I try to make the safest base for you, and what I'm gonna ask you to do is open F3, and basically the idea is like everyone from your chat's gonna come, and like they're gonna try to break in.
Okay, let's do it. All right, everyone, try to come to the base. Here are the coordinates.
I'm actually taking it.
Oh wait, people are telling me the nether coordinates. Hold on, let me write it on a sign. All right, there we go. All right, here are the nether coordinates.
Basically what it is, around the wall, it's like a giant layer of just obsidian everywhere, and then there's a layer of lava, and all the wardens are in the lava around us, and there's wardens below us, and there's wardens above us.
Oh my, I don't know how anyone's gonna break in. Oh, I hear someone.
Oh, that does damage.
Did you hear? I heard somebody. Did you hear them?
Oh, yeah, there's someone up there. I just heard. I seen him. Oh, 2 people.
Don't chill, Electro, bro. Chill.
Yo.
I can hear him.
Chill.
Yo, I don't think anyone's kidding you.
You don't think so? Why not?
No. There's like 1,000 wardens and there's layers of obvious.
Try hard.
I'm right here, buddy.
What? He's super close?
I'm right here, Donut.
Right there.
Oh,
Yo, they heard
oh shoot, he's super close.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh
wait,
my, he's breaking in. He's breaking in.
No.
What?
No.
How?
That's light work. That's light work, left.
Congrats, bro.
How did you get it?
Wait, I want to see what this whole place looks like. Hold on.
Alright, you can come out.
Oh my TV. Yo.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is the base that he built. What? I spent 3 weeks making you the safest base on the server. I know you probably won't read this, but if you do, please TP. I need this. The safest base on the server. Okay. I went to SATP. This guy said he built me the safest base, and he spent like 3 weeks on it. Here we go. All right, let's see. The safest base.
Yo, Dr. Donut.
Yo, what's up?
So basically, I'm making a video where, don't be scared about it. There's like 200 wardens around us, but they can't hurt you.
How much money did you spend on the modems? Oh, 1.6 million. 1 point what? What? Spent 1.6 million on materials and labor. Where did you get 1.6 million dollars? I got a loan from the Bank of Montreal.
Get me US Robotics!
Sorry, who are you talking to? Yeah. What the f is that? Oh, it's called a carrier wave.
Hey! Get off the f***ing internet!
You don't get to talk to our team like that. He doesn't get to talk.
Mike!
Hi, actually, no, this is Jim Balsley. I'm CEO here now. Co-CEO.
What can I do for you?
I want to talk about these modems.
We can't accept a defective product.
Then I'll decimate it for you, 1.6 million. And if you don't take that, I'll turn around and sell them to Rockwell for even less.
That's negotiation. How about this? We'll take the modems if you throw in the patent on Mike's phone.
What phone? I thought we weren't bullshitting each other.
How long to build a prototype of the phone?
A year.
Well, I don't care what you need to do. Get these f***ing nerds to drop everything and build this f***ing phone! What? How much money did you spend on the modems?
Oh, 1.6 million.
1 point what? What?
Spent 1.6 million in materials and labor.
Where did you get $1.6 million?
I got a loan from the Bank of Montreal.
Get me US Robotics!
Sorry, who are you talking to? Yeah.
What the f*** is that?
Oh, it's called a carrier wave.
Hey! Get off the f***ing internet!
You don't get to talk to our team like that. He doesn't get to talk.
Mike! Hi, actually, no, this is Jim Balsley. I'm CEO here now.
Co-CEO.
What can I do for you? I want to talk about these modems.
We can't accept it.
Are you out of your mind? You gave me 20 ideas, and I picked out one of them that was a kernel that became that commercial.
So you remember?
I do. It was something about a cowboy. Congratulations.
No, it was something about a kid locked in a closet because his mother was making him wait for the floor to dry, which is basically the whole commercial.
It's a kernel.
Which you changed just enough so that it was yours.
I changed it into a commercial. What, are we gonna shoot him in the dark in the closet? That's the way it works. There are no credits on commercials.
You got the Clio.
It's your job. I give you money, you give me ideas.
And you never say thank you.
That's what the money is for. You're young, you will get your recognition. And honestly, it is absolutely ridiculous to be 2 years into your career and counting your ideas. Everything to you is an opportunity. And you should be thanking me every morning when you wake up, along with Jesus, for giving you another day. Are you out of your mind? You gave me 20...
Blowout, huh?
Yeah, no toolkit.
Well, I got one in the trunk. Let me give you a hand.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
All right, that should be good. Pull slowly up. All right, hold. That should do it. I will need to see your transit papers.
Yeah, sure.
That was your first long haul?
How'd you know?
Well, not having a toolkit, that's a rookie mistake.
Yeah, I guess so. It's my first time out of New York, actually. First time seeing the country.
Well, here it is.
You mind I ask, a tattoo on your arm?
Oh, soldier so fierce he'd kill a rose.
That was you?
Oh, a long time ago. We lost the war, didn't we? Now I can't even remember what we were fighting for. Your dad a vet?
Yeah.
Must be proud. Fine young man like you.
We're not really close, but me getting this job is pretty important to him. What is that?
Oh, that's the hospital.
The hospital?
Yeah, Tuesdays. They burn cripples, the terminally ill, drag on the state. There you go. You have a safe trip, son. Make your old man proud now. Blowout, huh?
Yeah, no toolkit.
Well, I got one in the trunk. Let me give you a hand.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
All right, that should be good. Pull slowly up. All right, hold. That should do it. I will need to see your transit papers.
Yeah, sure.
That was your first long haul?
How'd you know?
Well, not having a toolkit, that's a rookie mistake.
Yeah, I guess so. It's my first time out of New York, actually. First time seeing the country.
Well, here it is.
You mind I ask, a tattoo on your arm?
Oh, soldier so fierce he'd kill a rose.
That was you?
Oh, a long time ago. We lost the war, didn't we? Now I can't even remember what we were fighting for. Your dad a vet?
Yeah.
Must be proud. Fine young man like you.
We're not really close, but me getting this job is pretty important to him. What is that?
Oh, that's the hospital.
The hospital?
Yeah, Tuesdays. They burn cripples, the terminally ill, drag on the state. There you go.
Booking.com has all... Every one of my kids aced their spelling test, and I get them there essentially starting from zero.
I beg your pardon? Your students are not starting from zero. Exactly what is it you think I do all day with my kindergartners? Babysit?
No. I'm not explaining myself well.
You think?
I'm gonna just shut up.
Good idea.
But what I'm saying is...
Really?
Okay, all right.
Really?
Okay.
Mr. Eddie and I are going to conduct a little experiment. For the rest of the week, we are going to switch classes. I am going to teach Mr. Eddie's class.
Yeah! And I'm going to teach Mrs. Howard's class.
Please don't make me leave Mrs. Howard.
It's all right. Come on, let's go. What were you guys working on this week in language arts?
We were talking about you.
Me?
The letter U.
You were spending a whole week on the letter U? Why?
We haven't gotten to Y.
W-H-Y.
What's W?
Every one of my kids aced their...
I've seen you be $500,000 up.
Been up $2.5 million.
What do you got on you?
Nothing.
What'd you put away?
Nothing.
You get up $2.5 million. Any asshole in the world knows what to do. You get a house with a 25-year roof, an indestructible Jap economy shitbox. You put the rest into the system of 3 to 5% to pay your taxes, and that's your base. Get me? That's your fortress of fucking solitude. That puts you for the rest of your life at a level of fuck you. Somebody wants you to do something? Fuck you. Boss pisses you off? Fuck you. Own your house. Have a couple bucks in the bank. Don't drink. That's all I have to say to anybody at any social level. I've seen you be $500,000 off.
Been up $2.5 million.
What do you got on you?
Nothing.
What'd you put away?
Nothing.
You get up $2.5 million. Any asshole in the world knows what to do. You get a house with a 25-year roof, an indestructible Jap economy shitbox. You put the rest into the system of 3 to 5% to pay your taxes, and that's your base. Get me? That's your fortress of fucking solitude. That puts you for the rest of your life at a level of fuck you. Somebody wants you to do something? Fuck you. Boss pisses you off? Fuck you. Own your house. Have a couple bucks in the bank. Don't drink. That's all I have to say to that.
I'm sorry, what? Okay, be real. Who watches the WNBA? I'm not shitting on women.
Nobody. Actually, 50 million unique viewers a year. And that makes you...
Please say you're lying. This is my favorite line you've ever said.
What? So there's 50 million
unique viewers a year. The WNBA! Have you ever in your entire life watched a WNBA game? The point being is that people will watch anything. People will consume anything. Billions of people on this planet, and you don't think 100,000 are gonna be your fan? 100,000 won't buy your product? 100,000 won't support you?
Okay, be real. Who watches the WNBA? I'm not shitting on women.
Nobody. Actually, 50 million unique viewers a year. And that makes you...
Please say you're lying. This is my favorite line you've ever said.
What? So there's 50 million unique...
If you are a QA engineer...
You know that unicorn candle? Is there any chance you can give it back?
Why?
My daughter, she's kind of obsessed with unicorns at the moment.
Yeah.
I was hoping maybe, you can give it back and, I'll throw you $100 or something.
You trying to bribe me to give your daughter the unicorn candle?
I wouldn't say I'm bribing you. More like I'm asking you a favour, And if you can do it, I'll show a bit of gratitude and throw you some cash.
Do I look like I need the money?
I don't think you look like you need the money.
You know how much I'm making a year?
Why are you being a dickhead?
Yeah, I think one of us is being a dickhead.
Why the f would you take a present off a little kid? You're a grown man. What the f do you want with a fucking girly candle?
Yeah, because it's kitschy.
It's kitschy.
Yeah, kitschy.
You know that unicorn candle? Is there any chance you can give it back?
Why?
My daughter, she's kind of obsessed with unicorns at the moment.
Yeah.
I was hoping maybe, you can give it back and, I'll throw you $100 or something.
You trying to bribe me to give your daughter the unicorn candle?
I wouldn't say I'm bribing you. More like I'm asking you a favour, And if you can do it, I'll show a bit of gratitude and throw you some cash.
Do I look like I need the money?
I don't think you look like you need the money.
You know how much I'm making a year?
Why are you being a dickhead?
Yeah, I think one of us is being a dickhead.
Why the f would you take a present off a little kid? You're a grown man. What the f do you want with a fucking girly candle?
Yeah, because it's kitschy.
It's kitschy.
Yeah, kitschy.
Let's bail before this oven self-cleans. What do you think? Sub-ether barrier blocking the portal fluid?
Can't be that. Mine would get through it.
Here, give me that.
Don't freak out. I'm gonna tweak this.
Carry the 2, hold the 3.
You need some kind of vector?
I was getting there.
The goo! The goo from the trap!
Come on, go, go, go!
Oh, jeez, that was insane! I can't believe you were excited for that!
I'm excited for this. Clearly no one's escaped that place before.
Really learned your lesson about chasing this guy. Hey, man, you can leave now. That's true. I can.
He knows a thing that wipes someone out across all dimensions could wipe him out across all dimensions. Holy...
So that's the guy? You're exhausting.
Can't help it, I'm a rascal. Morty, you can't come. Evil Morty, stay out of my way. Gonna kill my nemesis! Freak out! Let's bail before this oven self-cleans. What do you think? Sub-ether barrier blocking the portal fluid?
Can't be that. Mine will get through it.
Here, give me that.
Don't freak out. I'm gonna tweak this.
Carry the 2, hold the 3.
You need some kind of vector?
I was getting there.
The goo! The goo from the trap!
Come on, go, go, go!
Oh, jeez, that was insane! I can't believe you were excited for that!
Excited for this. Clearly no one's escaped that place before.
Really learned your lesson about chasing this guy. Hey, man, you can leave now. That's true. I can.
He knows a thing that wipes someone out across all dimensions could wipe him out across all dimensions. Holy...
So that's the guy? You're exhausting.
Can't help it, I'm a rascal. Morty, you can't come. Evil Morty, stay out of my way. Gonna kill my nemesis! Freak out! Let's bail before this oven self-cleans.
We owe you 3.2 billion.
3.25.
Hey, I was rounding down.
We round up.
3.25 billion secured against Waystar stock, which is, undergoing some temporary turbulence due to sector-wide factors.
Mm-hmm. If the stock drops, we're entitled to ask for repayment in full.
Like, really?
Seriously.
That's your initial position, but we will want to restructure and,
Look, we're not crazy about the media sector. We're not crazy about how your father has treated our relationship. And our position is to seek recruitment.
Oh, come on, man. Fuck off. Yeah, come on. Real world, can we start to negotiate?
Listen, son, that's our position. If the stock drops below 130, you're in breach, and we want our money back.
Okay, fine. Well, let's keep talking.
Look, if you need to talk to me, maybe it's better if we go through an intermediary. I'm not a particular fan of foul language, and I don't like to be insulted.
We owe you 3.2 billion.
3.25.
Hey, I was rounding down.
We round up.
3.25 billion secured against Waystar stock, which is, undergoing some temporary turbulence due to sector-wide factors.
Mm-hmm. If the stock drops, we're entitled to ask for repayment in full.
Like, really?
Seriously.
That's your initial position, but we will want to restructure and,
Look, we're not crazy about the media sector. We're not crazy about how your father has treated our relationship. And our position is to seek recruitment.
Oh, come on, man. Fuck off. Yeah, come on. Real world, can we start to negotiate?
Listen, son, that's our position. If the stock drops below 130, you're in breach, and we want our money back.
Okay, fine. Well, let's keep talking.
Look, if you need to talk to me, maybe it's better if we go through an intermediary. I'm not a particular fan of foul language, and I don't like to be insulted.
We owe you...
I always gave this problem to kids. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. You can guess. After each guess, I'll tell you whether high or low. You get it the first guess, $5, $4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You pay me $1, you pay me 2, you pay me 3. And the question is, do you want to play or not? What's your answer?
Sure, I'll guess. 25.
You're low.
78.
You're high.
Okay. 75.
You are low.
77.
You're high.
76.
You are high, or low rather.
76 and a half.
You are low.
100.
You're low.
Are you changing the number? 1 million.
You are low.
2 million.
You are high.
Okay, 1 million.
You're high.
You just said that was low. 4.
Low.
78.
Low.
20.
High.
21.
Low.
16.
High.
Negative 10.
High.
2.
Low.
3.
High.
5.
Low.
7.
High.
40, 100 million.
Low. I always gave this problem to kids. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. You can guess. After each guess, I'll tell you whether high or low. You get it the first guess, I'll give you
You want to file free? Hit it.
You recently lost a lawsuit and decided you didn't have to pay your lawyer. How much are you going to have to pay your next lawyer to defend you against him, and then the next one when you lose again?
But let me ask you, if you went to Five Guys and you ordered a double cheeseburger and they gave you just 2 buns without any cheese or any burger, would you pay them?
Five Guys is not a lawyer.
I
The cooks
know,
are
that's,
not
that's
lawyers.
the point. It's called an analogy.
A few moments later.
If you lose the governor's election, will you be reimbursing all your donors?
That would assume that I was getting paid for running, which I'm not.
But they donated for you to win, not lose. It's like going to Five Guys and you order a burger and they don't give you a bun.
That's a fair point.
You recently lost a lawsuit and decided you didn't have to.
Well, thank you. Cooking dinner, both of you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And fuck you for not wanting to talk.
Excuse me?
Thank you for flying all the way here to come see me. And fuck you for not telling me you were coming. Thank you for all the small, silly little things you did for me as a kid, you know, like hiding notes in my lunchbox or putting googly eyes on the fruit at the supermarket just to make me laugh. And fuck you for not working on yourself or seeking help after we lost Dad. And for not talking to me about it either.
I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do, Ted, so I pretended I was okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for the apology. And fuck you for making me think I had to pretend to.
I appreciate you sharing all this with me. I just wish you hadn't carried it around for so long.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you. Cooking dinner, both of you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And fuck you for not wanting to talk.
Excuse me?
Thank you for flying all the way here to come see me. And fuck you for not telling me you were coming. Thank you for all the small, silly little things you did for me as a kid, you know, like hiding notes in my lunchbox or putting googly eyes on the fruit at the supermarket just to make me laugh. And fuck you for not working on yourself or seeking help after we lost Dad. And for not talking to me about it either.
I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do, Ted, so I pretended I was okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for the apology. And fuck you for making me think I had to pretend to.
I appreciate you sharing all this with me. I just wish you hadn't carried it around for so long.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you. Cooking dinner, both of you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And fuck you for not wanting to talk.
Excuse me?
Thank you for flying all the way here to come see me. And fuck you for not telling me you were coming. Thank you for all the small, silly little things you did for me as a kid, you know, like hiding notes in my lunchbox or putting googly eyes on the fruit at the supermarket just to make me laugh. And fuck you for not working on yourself or seeking help after we lost Dad. And for not talking to me about it either.
I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do, Ted, so I pretended I was okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for the apology. And fuck you for making me think I had to pretend to.
I appreciate you sharing all this with me. I just wish you hadn't carried it around for so long.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you. Cooking dinner, both of you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And fuck you for not wanting to talk.
Excuse me?
Thank you for flying all the way here to come see me. And fuck you for not telling me you were coming. Thank you for all the small, silly little things you did for me as a kid, you know, like hiding notes in my lunchbox or putting googly eyes on the fruit at the supermarket just to make me laugh. And fuck you for not working on yourself or seeking help after we lost Dad. And for not talking to me about it either.
I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do, Ted, so I pretended I was okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for the apology. And fuck you for making me think I had to pretend to.
I appreciate you sharing all this with me. I just wish you hadn't carried it around for so long.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you. Cooking dinner, both of you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And fuck you for not wanting to talk.
Excuse me?
Thank you for flying all the way here to come see me. And fuck you for not telling me you were coming. Thank you for all the small, silly little things you did for me as a kid, you know, like hiding notes in my lunchbox or putting googly eyes on the fruit at the supermarket just to make me laugh. And fuck you for not working on yourself or seeking help after we lost Dad. And for not talking to me about it either.
I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do, Dad, so I pretended I was okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for the apology. Fuck you for making me think I had to pretend to.
I appreciate you sharing all this with me. I just wish you hadn't carried it around for so long.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you for cooking dinner, both of you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And fuck you for not wanting to talk.
Excuse me?
It's obvious that I'm living the dream, and that's simply because I dream freaking big. I'm a small brand focusing on sustainability and shopping.
Here, eat it. You must be hungry.
But you're on a very strict diet, Mr. Takamura. It wouldn't be fair to eat in front of you.
Hey, don't you worry about that. I got a little something for myself, too.
Oh, is that so? Well then. What? Wait a minute. You're having a tomato? That's all? That's your whole dinner?
Yeah. Don't worry about it. You just go ahead and eat. This diet doesn't faze me at all.
Ow. I've heard that an extreme diet like his is the most painful thing imaginable. But Mr. Takamura does it with such ease. He's obviously someone who was born to be a boxer.
Here, eat it. You must be hungry.
But you're on a very strict diet, Mr. Takamura. It wouldn't be fair to eat in front of you.
Hey, don't you worry about that. I got a little something for myself.
How's your night been, driver?
Yeah, it's this part where...
How's your night been, driver?
Yeah, pretty good, mate. How's yours?
Yeah, not bad. How long you been driving cabs?
Not too long.
You enjoy it?
Oh, it's not the worst job I've ever had. How about you? What do you do?
Bit of this, bit of that.
Yeah. Once I drop you here, boys.
Just around the next bend.
I'll get you around the corner, all right? That's it, mate.
Keep going. I'm sorry, mate. We're just a bit further.
Pretty spooky out here, right, Dill?
Yeah, it's dark as.
Yeah, someone might die out here tonight. What do you reckon, Dill?
Maybe, eh? How's your night been, driver?
Yeah, pretty good, mate. How's yours?
Yeah, not bad. How long you been driving cabs?
Not too long.
You enjoy it?
Oh, it's not the worst job I've ever had. How about you? What do you do?
Bit of this, bit of that.
Yeah. Once I drop you here, boys.
We're just around the next bend.
I'll get you around the corner, all right? That's it, mate.
Keep going.
I'm sorry, mate. We're just a bit further.
Pretty spooky out here, right, Dill?
Yeah, it's dark as.
Yeah, someone might die out here tonight. What do you reckon, Dill?
Maybe, eh? How's your night been, driver?
Yeah, pretty good, mate. How's yours?
Yeah, not bad. How long you been driving cabs?
Not too long.
You enjoy it?
Oh, it's not the worst job I've ever had. How about you? What do you do?
Bit of this, bit of that.
Yeah. Once I drop you here, boys.
We're just around the next bend.
I'll get you around the corner, all right? That's it, mate.
Keep going.
I'm sorry, mate. We're just a bit further.
Pretty spooky out here, right, Dill?
Yeah, it's dark as.
Yeah, someone might die out here tonight. What do you reckon, Dill?
Maybe, eh? How's your night been, driver?
Yeah, pretty good, mate. How's yours?
Yeah, not bad. How long you been driving cabs?
Not too long.
You enjoy it?
Oh, it's not the worst job I've ever had. How about you? What do you do?
Bit of this, bit of that.
Yeah. have to drop you here, boys.
We're just around the next bend.
Alright, I'll get you around the corner, alright? That's it, mate.
Keep going. I'm sorry, mate. We're just a bit further.
Pretty spooky out here, eh, Dill?
Yeah, it's dark as.
Someone might die out here tonight. What do you reckon, Dill?
Maybe, eh? How's your night been, driver?
Yeah, pretty good, mate. How's yours?
Yeah, not bad. How long you been driving cabs?
Not too long.
You enjoy it?
Oh, it's not the worst job I've ever had. How about you? What do you do?
Bit of this, bit of that.
Yeah.
It's this part where this nigga says,
Is that? Don't tell me that's it, bro. Ah, Belly. Why do I have to see these things? Hell. Where is your mum? Oh, you're such a cute little one, aren't you? I can't take this dog with me now, man. I got 4-hour ride, buddy. Is that? Don't tell me that's it, bro.
It's best we end our relationship with BlackBerry.
John, we're just getting started.
We're willing to take the hit on users and let them go crash somebody else's f***ing network. It's over.
No. What's over is your bullshit limit of 500,000 users.
Jim.
Our engineers reprogrammed your towers. As of right now, Verizon is capable of carrying 2 million BlackBerries at the same time. And we've already sold half of those.
Bullshit.
Try me.
How'd you do it, Mike?
Well, why not take multiple towers in the same zone and split the packet between them? We could put it back together at the server.
We tried that. Here's the problem. The towers don't recognize one another.
Maybe we reprogram the towers.
They're not our towers. We don't control them.
That's okay. At Naughty Dog, we had to hack the PlayStation to get Crash Bandicoot running.
We could divide the signal 3 ways.
No, we could actually do way more. We could divide the signal between every user in the same grid.
Divided by thousands. It'll be like Napster.
In terms of service, hackers would be on it so fast.
Yeah, but they encrypt everything server side, right? Mike, excuse me. What are they paying you?
I shouldn't say.
They're paying me $10 million.
Yeah, me too.
It's best we end our relationship with BlackBerry.
John, we're just getting started.
We're willing to take the hit on users and let them go.
I wanted to give you this before.
Another job.
Yeah.
Better job.
Not better. Who knows?
Okay. 2 weeks from today. So what's that day?
I think it's April Fool's Day.
Today's April Fool's. Kidding me? Don't do that.
I wanted to give you this before.
We have to go to Ogamar for that.
Yeah, we got to get you into pet battling.
Yeah.
So Pokemon.
Pretty much.
It's exactly Pokemon.
I don't know where y'all went, but I have a feeling I'm very behind. So I'm just gonna.
We're here.
Yeah, he's just up over here. I'm just sorry. I just got a couple new spells, so I'm just working on that right now.
Oh yeah, I just am ignoring my new spells.
Yeah.
We have to go to Ogamar for that.
Yeah, we got to get you into pet battling.
Yeah.
So Pokemon.
Pretty much.
It's exactly Pokemon.
I don't know y'all went, but I have a feeling I'm very behind. So I'm just gonna.
We're here.
Yeah, he's just up over here. I'm just sorry. I just got a couple new spells, so I'm just working on that right now.
Oh yeah, I just am ignoring my new spells.
Yeah.
We have to go to Ogamar for that.
Yeah, we got to get you into pet battling.
Yeah.
So Pokemon.
Do you speak English?
Yes, a little.
Wonderful. We were talking about a ceasefire for Christmas Eve. What do you think? The outcome of this war won't be decided tonight. I don't think anyone would criticize us for laying down our rifles on Christmas Eve.
Don't worry. It is just for tonight.
Qu'est-ce qu'il peut rien foutre? On peut peut-être parler l'allemand. Ça se trouve, ils veulent se rendre.
Merry Christmas.
Frohe Weihnachten.
Very Noël.
Joyeux Noël!
Fais-toi d'abord. Tu vas? Vas-y.
Do you speak English?
Yes, a little.
A steamy...
Excuse me, sir. You the owner of this place? That's me. I'm a singer, and I got a band. We've been working on some songs. The audition. Right now?
Well, Satan can't make me doubt it.
I won't doubt
It's
it.
real and I'm gonna shout it.
I'm gonna shout
Well, I was
Hold on.
there
Hold
with...
on. I hate to interrupt, but you guys got something else. I'm sorry. I can't market gospel no more.
So that's it?
Mr. Cash and gospel like that doesn't sell.
So is it the gospel or the way I sing it?
Both.
What's wrong with the way I sing it?
I don't believe you. We've already heard that song 100 times.
Well, he didn't let us bring it home.
He was hit by a truck, and you were lying out in that gutter dying, and you had time to sing one song. People would remember before your dirt about your peace within and how it's real and how you're gonna shout it. Something real. Something you felt.
Well, I got a couple songs I wrote in the Air Force. I hear the train a-comin'. It's rolling round the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming.
Where you been?
We made a record. I mean, a real record. Excuse me, sir. You the owner of this place? That's me. I'm a singer, and I got a band. We've been working on some songs. The audition. Right now?
Well, Satan
Today, you don't mind the wait. You've got the all-new Caesars Palace Online Casino. Hundreds of your favorite games from your favorite casino. And every play earns with Caesars Rewards. Download and sign.
Well, Satan can't make me doubt it.
Even God.
You know exactly what I'm telling. And you had time to sing one song. Huh? Sing something different.
Wrote in the Air Force. You got anything against the Air Force?
No?
I do.
JL, whatever you're about to play, we ain't never heard it.
I hear the train a-comin'. It's rolling round the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rollin' on down to San Antone. I'm not what blowing. I hang my head and cry. I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those people keep a-moving, and that's what tortures me.
When Jesus saved me, saved my soul, the very moment. It's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rolling on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those people keep a-moving, and that's what tortures me.
You can't just sell in one place at once anymore.
You can't handle the truth! Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do it? You? You, Lieutenant Weinberg? I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom. You weep for Santiago and you curse the Marines. You have that luxury. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know, that Santiago's death, while tragic, probably saved lives, and my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives. You don't want the truth because deep down in places you don't talk about at parties, you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. We use words like honor, code, loyalty. We use these words as the backbone of a life spent defending something. You use them as a punchline. I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself to a man who rises and sleeps under the blanket of the very freedom that I provide, and then questions the manner in which I provide it. I would rather you just said thank you and went on your way. Otherwise, I suggest you pick up a weapon and stand a post. Either way, I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to.
Thought about what you said to me the other day about my painting. Stayed up half the night thinking about it. Something occurred to me. I fell into a deep, peaceful sleep and haven't thought about you since. You know what occurred to me? No. You're just a kid. You don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about.
Why, thank you.
It's all right. You've never been out of Boston.
Nope.
So if I asked you about art, you'd probably give me the skinny on every art book ever written. Michelangelo. I know a lot about him. Life's work, political aspirations, him and the Pope, sexual orientation, the whole works, right? I bet you can't tell me what it smells like in the Sistine Chapel. You never actually stood there and looked up at that beautiful ceiling. Seen that. If I ask you about women, you'd probably give me a syllabus of your personal favorites. You may have even been laid a few times. But you can't tell me what it feels like to wake up next to a woman and feel truly happy. You're a tough kid. I ask you about war, you probably throw Shakespeare at me, right? Once more into the breach, dear friends. But you've never been near one. You've never held your best friend's head in your lap and watch him gasp his last breath looking to you for help. I ask you about love, you probably quote me a sonnet. But you've never looked at a woman and been totally vulnerable. Known someone that could level you with her eyes. Feeling like God put an angel on earth just for you. Who could rescue you from the depths of hell. And you wouldn't know what it's like to be her angel. To have that love for her. Be there forever. Through anything. Through cancer. And you would know about sleeping sitting up in a hospital room for 2 months, holding her hand, because the doctors could see in your eyes that the terms visiting hours don't apply to you. You don't know about real loss, because that only occurs when you love something more than you love yourself. I doubt you've ever dared to love anybody that much. I look at you, I don't see an intelligent, confident man. I see a cocky, scared, shitless kid. But you're a genius, Will. No one denies that. No one could possibly understand the depths of you. But you presume to know everything about me because you saw a painting of mine. You ripped my fucking life apart. You're an orphan, right? Do you think I'd know the first thing about how hard your life has been? How you feel, who you are? Because I read Oliver Twist. Does that encapsulate you? Personally, I don't give a shit about all that, because you know what? I can't learn anything from you. I can't read in some fucking book. Unless you want to talk about you, who you are. Then I'm fascinated. I'm in. But you don't want to do that, do you, Sport? You're terrified of what you might say. Your move, Chief.
You ain't gonna believe this. But you used to fit right here. I'd hold you up and say to your mother, this kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew. And you grew up good and wonderful. It was great just watching you every day. It was like a privilege. Then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. I'm always gonna love you no matter what. No matter what happens. You're my son, you're my blood. You're the best thing in my life. But until you start believing in yourself, you ain't gonna have a life. Don't forget to visit your mother.
Rehabilitated? Well, now let me see. You know, I don't have any idea what that means.
Well, it means you're ready to rejoin society.
I know what you think it means, Sonny. To me, it's just a made-up word. A politician's word, so that young fellas like yourself can wear a suit and a tie and have a job. What do you really want to know? Am I sorry for what I did?
Are you?
There's not a day goes by I don't feel regret. Not because I'm in here, because you think I should. I look back on the way I was then. A young, stupid kid who committed that terrible crime. I want to talk to him. I want to try to talk some sense to him. Tell him the way things are. But I can't. That kid's long gone, and this old man is all that's left. I gotta live with that. Rehabilitated is just a bullshit word. So you go on and stamp your form, Sonny, and stop wasting my time. Because to tell you the truth, I don't give a shit.
Why is America
not the greatest country in the world, Professor? That's my answer.
You're saying...
Yes.
Let's talk about...
Fine. Sharon, the NEA is a loser. Yeah, it accounts for a penny out of our paycheck, but he gets to hit you with it anytime he wants. It doesn't cost money. It costs votes. It costs airtime and column inches. You know why people don't like liberals? Because they lose. If liberals are so fucking smart, how come they lose so goddamn always? Hey.
And with a straight face,
You're gonna tell students that America is so star-spangled awesome that we're the only ones in the world who have freedom?
Canada has freedom. Japan has freedom. The UK, France, Italy, Germany, Spain,
Australia, Belgium has freedom. So 207 sovereign states in the world, like 180 of them have freedom.
All right.
And yeah, you, sorority girl,
just in case you accidentally wander into a voting booth one day,
there's some things you should know. And one of them is there is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. Now, none of this is the fault of a 20-year-old college student, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation ever. So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yosemite? Sure used to be. We stood up for what was right. We fought for moral reasons. We passed laws, struck down laws for moral reasons. We waged wars on poverty, not poor people. We sacrificed. We cared about our neighbors. We put our money where our mouths were, and we never beat our chest. We built great big things, made ungodly technological advances, explored the universe, cured diseases, and we cultivated the world's greatest artists and the world's greatest economy. We reached for the stars, acted like men. We aspired to intelligence. We didn't belittle it. It didn't make us feel inferior. We didn't identify ourselves by who we voted for in the last election, and we didn't scare so easy. We were able to be all these things and do all these things because we were informed by great men, men who were revered. First step in solving any problem is recognizing there is one.
What's been wrong with me for 19 years?
I've been a witness, and I tell you, I've been complicit. I love you, Steve. You know how much. I love that you don't care how much money a person makes. You care what they make. But what you make isn't supposed to be the best part of you. When you're a father, that's what's supposed to be the best part of you. And it's caused me 2 decades of agony, Steve, that it is for you. The worst. It's a little thing. It's a very small thing. Fix it. Fix it now. Or you can contact me at my new job. Working anywhere I want.
I'm sorry, Will.
You know what? Actually, this works out better for me. You know, the Slimmies of summer come to class wearing next to nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's all right to be angry.
Hey, why should I be mad? I'm saying, at least he said goodbye this time. I just wish I hadn't wasted my money buying this stupid present.
I'm sorry. You know, if there was something that I
Hey, you know what? You ain't got to do nothing, Uncle Phil. Hey, you know, ain't like I'm still 5 years old, you know? Ain't like I'm gonna be sitting up every night asking my mom, when's Daddy coming home, you know? Who needs him? Hey, he wasn't there to teach me how to shoot my first basket, but I learned, didn't I? Hey, I got pretty damn good at it too, didn't I, Uncle Phil?
You did.
Got through my first date without him, right? I learned how to drive, I learned how to shave, I learned how to fight without him. I had 14 great birthdays without him. He never even sent me a damn card. To hell with him! I ain't need him then, and I don't need him now.
Will.
Nah, you know what, Uncle Phil? I'm gonna get through college without him. I'm gonna get a great job without him. I'm gonna marry me a beautiful honey, and I'm having me a whole bunch of kids. I'm gonna be a better father than he ever was. And I sure as hell don't need him for that, because ain't a damn thing he could ever teach me about how to love my kids. How come he don't want me, man?
You know, we're sitting here. You and I are like a couple of regular fellows. I mean, you do what you do, I do what I gotta do. And now that we've been face to face, if I'm there and I gotta put you away, I won't like it. But I'll tell you, if it's between you and some poor bastard whose wife you're gonna turn into a widow, brother, you are going down.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the...
Of course, machines can't think as people do. A machine is different from a person, hence they think differently. The interesting question is, just because something thinks differently from you, does that mean it's not thinking? No, we allow for humans to have such divergences from one another.
You like strawberries. I hate ice skating. You cry at sad films. I am allergic to pollen. What is the point of different tastes, different preferences, if not to say that our brains work differently, that we think differently? I mean, if we could say that about one another, then why can't we say the same thing for brains built of copper and wire, steel?
I don't know what to say, really. 3 minutes.
I think taxes are something that makes all of us panic, whether or not you want to admit it.
Till the biggest battle of our professional lives all comes down to today. Either we heal as a team, or we're gonna crumble. Inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished. We're in hell right now, gentlemen. Believe me. And we can stay here, get the shit kicked out of us, or we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell. 1 inch at a time. Now, I can't do it for you. I'm too old. I look around, I see these young faces, and I think, I mean, I made every wrong choice a middle-aged man can make. I pissed away all my money, believe it or not. I chased off anyone who's ever loved me. And lately, I can't even stand the face I see in the mirror. You know, when you get old in life, things get taken from you. I mean, that's part of life. But you only learn that when you start losing stuff. You find out life's this game of inches. So is football. Because in either game, life or football, the margin for error is so small. I mean, 1/2 a step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. Hell yeah. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch. Because we know when we add up all those inches, that's gonna make the difference between winning and losing. Between living and dying. I'll tell you this, in any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's gonna win that inch. And I know if I'm gonna have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch. Because that's what living is. The 6 inches in front of your face. Now, I can't make you do it. You gotta look at the guy next to you. Look into his eyes. Now, I think you're gonna see a guy who will go that inch with you. Hell yeah. You're gonna see a guy who will sacrifice himself for this team because he knows when it comes down to it, you're gonna do the same for him. That's a team, gentlemen. Hell yeah. And either we heal now as a team, or we will die as individuals.
some.